Record.
God dang it.
I mean, you could bring it back into frame and show off the hat. It was a pretty cool hat.
I don't think I've had it for a while.
It does look pretty slick. It is a really nice hat, honestly, with that satin inside and the nice top. Just pops out, yeah. Gives it space to breathe.
I don't even remember. Like, it's still. I've never actually wore it really.
Yeah,
Like, it's still fucking. It's
it's a
not even
good.
been used.
It's a good hat.
Very freaking stretchy.
Yeah,
Well, of course, it has to be
that's
to
why I
fit
have it.
every head.
Mm. No, it's a clean hat.
But
It's good.
pretty,
Johnny
pretty
Walker.
fucking good. Johnny Walker. I love my Johnny Walker. It goes
Yeah,
down so smooth.
it does. I
I
do.
need it. Goes down smooth.
It'll put itself out. I'm doing a podcast. Judging me over there.
Judgy, judgy.
Yeah, no, that's not too bad. He's brushing his beard. Well,
I'm
he
like
is brushing
tied
his
up.
beard. Does look nice.
Yeah,
Nice and
I'm tied
brushed.
up.
Yeah, well, that's not too bad. Bloody fucking minute in.
Bloody, you feel a lot better than yesterday.
Definitely a lot better than yesterday. Um,
at least you got your voice back
well, that's it. Definitely have a better of my voice, and we will get into that.
compared
Um,
to.
so I think before we go any further, before we get into that, we might as well get that intro rolling in. Look at that! Look at that beard. That is the intro. We're done. All right. So no, this is good that I've got my voice. What's up, beardies and beardettes? Welcome back to another fine episode of the Beardy Bros podcast. Oh, I couldn't actually do it. As always,
you couldn't do that last week.
no, definitely couldn't. Definitely always in your ear holes and out your eye holes and whatever other holes. Hopefully you enjoy it.
Whatever other hole.
Remember back in the day, was it season 2 when we came up with like the you could not just watch the podcast and listen to the podcast, but you could feel the podcast. It was like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was like a sex toy function device, so you could. I don't know. It was like here. I don't know. It was a weird thing. I can't even remember how it went, but
Feel the
I
podcast.
feel the podcast. It was so long ago. I was like, jeez.
That was like season 2, season
Yeah, I
1,
said season 2. I'm sure it was.
season 2. Yeah,
Because
when
it
you
was the
first
whole
got
point of visual and audio, and yeah, we talked about it. It was like kind of like an AirPod kind of thing, but yeah,
earpod.
it was weird.
I mean, same thing.
But yeah, so
Earpod, AirPod.
um,
They should have called them earpods. Really,
yeah, I know. That's
like
so
AirPods, they're not made of air.
no, it's so silly.
They're made for your ears.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's a missed opportunity there, though.
But yeah, no. Before we get
I've got a
into
hot coffee. I've got a Nesquik.
it's kind of quick. This week's escapades with what's been going on with me, dealing with last week's sickness. We also had the state of play, and a few other
That's pretty
bits and
fucking
bobs.
good, I
So,
thought.
yeah, so before we get into it, well, we are getting into it. I don't know what I'm saying before we get into it.
I said it before.
I don't. Before we get into it,
The drugs, man.
thank you for always listening and hanging out with us here on the Beauty Bros podcast. Muchly appreciate yous. You know, I'm always happy, loving it. Like last week I was crook, and this week I was crook still. And we found out what's been going on. So
Just a little bit less crook right now.
yeah, I'm a little bit less crook now, and we'll talk about those events there. So basically,
I need to light up.
it led on from me being sick, and presumably was getting better from the base sickness, end up developing a throat infection of sorts, basically. Still not too sure if it was like direct strep throat or if it was just like tonsillitis exactly. It's a whole bunch of these different throat infections, one of the many. Now on medication for that, which is pretty good.
Right.
But yesterday, which was again, we are filming this on a Sunday, to be transparent, because I had to delay yesterday's episode for today. Because I had to go to hospital because I was like, nah, I'm done with this shit because the painkillers, Panadol, wasn't helping anymore. Taking like different like not lozenges and like numbing lozenges weren't fucking
Not
helping.
lozenges.
They were not really doing the best. They would just help a
They
little
were
bit,
just
but
there
it
for the
still,
taste at that point.
yeah, basically. And it kind of helped a little bit, but I could still feel the sore throat and the
Yeah, which means
uncomfortableness.
it was
And
something serious because it
yeah,
wasn't
it's
just
still
usually take away mild
that's
to
it. So
lower grade.
and I can still feel it a little bit because I had the antibiotics earlier this morning. So I went to the hospital. I did take Panadol before I went because it could get to the point where it was like it started getting tight around the throat because the lymph nodes were swelling up and the jaw lines, and I was starting to get earaches and shit. So I was
Right.
like, nah, this isn't, in this tightness,
When you're thinking jaw
sore.
and that starts aching, you know it's bad.
Yeah, and I was like, no, I think I'm not gonna, I'm gonna go to the hospital and get this sorted. So, yeah, went there, waited several hours, um, before I was even get because I had Panadol at like, uh, set time, and I had to wait
How
another
long
four
was you there?
hours.
Because you messaged me at like 6 saying you'll see by 7, and then I went live at like 12, and you were just like you were still waiting or something.
Yeah, yeah. So it was just after 12. They doctor
Like
actually came and
fucking
saw
hell.
me and was like, "Okay, let's get you sorted. Let's get you, do the test, what, etc., etc." But yeah, I actually while waiting in that because I was in the first waiting room for like 4 hours, 5 hours before they moved me to the second room, and then I was in a second room waiting for another three, like 2 or 3 hours there. I actually got to the point when it was like 11 o'clock, like close to midnight. I actually nodded off just sitting there because I was that tired. I was just like, "Fuck it, I'm sitting here, I'm tired." I just
They
nodded
really
off.
wouldn't have cared.
No, that's when the doctor came around and he woke me up. He's like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, Dale," and I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah," and like, 'cause I woke up, I'm like, "Oh, yeah, 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 good," and I was still coming out of it. I was like, "Oh, just give me a minute." And yeah, he's like, "I'll come back and get you, we'll sort it out," and then took me to the room, laid in the chair, and then just went through the whole process of what they were gonna do and stuff, and told me and then had a look at the throat, and he was, "Yep,
Was it one of
seems."
those things where you're in the chair just like this, and you got the two people standing there? It's like, oh fuck.
It was just the one, but yeah, basically like that, but
Oh,
just
I
with
thought
the
it was
one.
like you would have like the doctor and a nurse or
No, so
something.
he did that, and then the
It's
nurse
fucking
came
weird
in.
how they do it. It's like you getting when you see in the movies and
Yeah,
that, where it's
it's very
like,
like
like
it's like very serious. It's just they're lurking over you, just. But no, so had that, and it was pretty
what's
cool.
wrong?
Told me what was the go was, and then yeah, so they ended up doing that. The nurse was like, "You want a blanket?" And I was like, "Yeah, sweet, cool, I'll take that."
Oh,
Fucking
that's what that room was.
yeah, and it's a nice little. It's like the almost like close to being discharged room. So that's where they observe you. So that's where they took me to there. Gave me
Oh,
the
yep.
recliner so I could like snuggle up on the recline back. Had the blanket on my feet. So cozy just watching YouTube. And then I was like, I jumped in your stream at one point and I was like, what's happening? And then yeah, just chilling. And it
Because
was
you come
good.
in and said, "I've nearly got my antibiotics and steroids."
Yeah,
Podcast, let's go.
yeah. They're like, we're gonna be bringing it over. We're gonna hook you up, and it's a bit red from when they had the band on me and the cannula in the arm. So yeah, they hooked up the
Those things, oh my god, it's either there or they go to your hand.
Yeah, another bloke that was in, they had the same issue. He had it in his hand, and he was like,
Mm.
"Oh, does it usually hurt on the hand?" I'm like, "Yeah, it does. That's why I'm not a fan of having it on my hand because it
I
hurts
wouldn't
more
say it hurts. It's more of
because your
it's
nerves and
not
stuff.
natural.
Because you got all those nerves there, so it can when it's sitting there, it wiggles and it just bumps shit and it hurts. But yeah, so
Like, don't they tape yours down over there?
huh?
Don't they tape them down?
They tape them down, but it can still wiggle if you're trying to move.
Yeah,
I
but
think it's in
that's
your hand.
very extreme movement though for that.
Yeah. Oh, it's just because it's in the hand. It's such a weird spot.
Because
Um.
I had many of those. Like, god
Yeah, I like
damn,
them in the arm. So
that
yeah, so it did in the arm.
pain in
They
the ass.
they hit me up with their 5 Gs of bloody well, no, not 5 Gs, 5 mg of steroids.
I
Get
say
me going,
5 fucking grams of steroids.
hulking it. And then yeah, and then they dosed me up with my bloody penicillin, and fucking I felt great. I could slowly feel it going away, like disappearing the sore throat. And I was like, it's like magic, just disappearing. I just laid there and then fucking fell asleep. Woke up at one point, snuck to the toilet so they didn't be like, "Oh, you're good, you can go home." I was like, I didn't want to leave at 2 a.m. I was like, I was getting comfy, so then I kind of quickly snuck to the toilet, come back, and fell asleep for another like a bit, and it was like 4:30 ish, and then they're like, "Oh, you can go," because he goes, "Oh, we can stay, get you quickly done up, and once you've done, you could like leave now, like as soon as like ASAP if you wanted to." I was like, "Oh, fuck it, I'll
Pay
just."
for the wait for a minute and
Yeah, I
see
was
if
like, I'll
something
stay and nap. And I
happens.
was like, I'll stay. And the fact that I had nap and I needed to go pee, and I was like, nah, I want to go back and nap. I'm like, I'm gonna go back and have a
Because if you
sleep.
could be allergic to something, it could take an instantaneous thing. Could be a delayed effect.
Mm. That's it exactly. So it was good. Got discharged about 4:30. in the morning.
It's like it's like you leave it till you just pass out on the way back. Oh, it's like,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, well, that's basically it. I got discharged and I was fucking hungry because I hadn't eaten since breakfast the day before.
because
So,
in the waiting rooms you don't really. No, I mean some people do eat in there. It's
yeah,
weird.
well, the fact that my throat was really sore, the only thing I really did that kind of was eating was I bought an up and go from the vending machine. So I could,
Oh,
like,
because yeah, it's
yeah,
liquid.
my stomach was starting
Ice
to hurt.
cream would have helped.
But yeah, they didn't have anything. So I was like, oh, well, that's the only thing they really had was an up and go. Something better than
Hospitals
nothing.
have ice cream.
Only if you're in the hospital.
They have. I know they got a fuck ton of fucking jelly.
Yeah, that's if you're in hospital. Oh,
Yeah, but they actually would have gave you one if you asked for it.
oh no, they wouldn't have. I know what the hospital's like. So they don't.
Yeah, and then Queensland hospitals are shit
Yeah, you
then.
got to be properly like in like
Because when
not
I was
just.
in Melbourne, they fucking eat anything you want. They
That's
go,
why
oh, you want some ice, some water?
that's
Well, you're
why
just
they
in the
leave you.
waiting
That's
room.
why they leave you in the waiting room for that reason to try and like hold it out on you, so they don't have to give you shit. That's why they
You
fucking.
you you go to Victoria, you're fucking treated like fucking royalty there in the
Mm,
waiting rooms and shit.
yeah, no, they're
You,
fucking. That's crazy. But yeah, no, and then there was actually I forgot to mention at one point earlier, like after like this is before having to wait. So after I was in the second waiting room, like which was by like 9, I guess it was. A lady's like, oh, have some more Panadol, and here's a numbing
oh,
gel,
fuck.
and they gave me the numbing. Have you had the numbing gel that you get a like shot down?
I mean, I don't
So it was
think
like a
so.
little shot, but it's like a
I
little
had chalk, like a
numbing
chalk
jelly.
stuff I chugged down.
So
That
like
was
if
weird
you
as
try
fuck.
this, it's disgusting. Like oh, it's really disgusting. It's horrible. But you shot it and it goes it numbs the throat as it goes down and everything like that.
I don't think I've had it.
I had
I
it
may have
and I
had
had
it.
a
I
little.
don't know.
I went to shot it. I had a little slurp. I was like, ugh! And I gagged, and I like nearly just wanted to throw up. But because I hadn't had anything really, I didn't throw up. But I like spat back in the cup, and I just kind of like sipped bits of it down. And it was the most horriblest tasting thing. But my
Hey,
mouth
should we
went
just
numb.
went down in one thing? Would have been a lot
Realistically,
fucking
most of
better.
it was just so. It's just the fact that I went to do it and it just gagged because it tasted bad. I spat it back into the cup and I already knew what it tasted. I was like, oh, this is horrible. So I sipped it and my mouth went numb. But they didn't even stay
That's
numb
so
for
good.
that long. It like only stayed numb for like an hour, and then it was like, then I
Yeah.
had to wait till 12 to see the doctor anyway. So I was like, what the point of giving it to me? Like I was happily got to a point in my head where I dealt with the pain to a point where in my mind it was fine.
And then it just went
And
and
then
then
I had
come
the
back and like,
Panadol, and then the
thanks.
thing, like, oh, here's your Panadol, this, just take this. And I'm like, okay, cool. Did that. It brought me to a different level, so then when that wore off, it took me back to the point where I'd already, like, busted my
Yeah, because
mind
I'm
level.
thinking they thought you would have been seen to around after that.
Mm, that's
But
it,
then
so.
again, being that, they probably would have been worse people.
Yeah. Well, there was one dude that
Worse
had
people,
the,
like people are worse off who still needs more
in that
attention.
area, there was a dude in the waiting spot, like, actually in bed, that they were seeing that he had nailed himself in the leg. And they tried ripping the nail out, and they couldn't actually get a good grip on it because it was stuck in the tissue, and they couldn't get a good grip to pull it out. So he had to come back.
That's a
Like
surgery
they had
thing.
to do surgery the like day after. And I was like, wow, that's just crazy.
Yeah,
You could hear
because
him in the
nothing
trying to
would
pull it.
happen if he doesn't move.
No,
Like if he doesn't do like strenuous
it
things,
was
he
like
just
it got
stay there.
through and it got caught. I think it must have went like off the bone.
Through
And
the calf.
it went
I
through the
reckon,
back of yeah, it was through
wouldn't
the
it?
calf and it went through to the back tissue, through the muscle in the back because I think it
You
missed
know,
the
if you're trying
bone.
to extend your leg with that or bend like anything, it would.
He said that's it. That's what he couldn't do anything because it was just in that muscle. So he couldn't tense his leg. He couldn't bend his leg. Couldn't do nothing. So they couldn't
He would
even
have
get him
been,
in
he
a
would have been on
position.
crutches hopping on some shit.
They couldn't get into position to like be able to leverage the leg to be able to pull it out because of that reason. So they couldn't get enough decent leverage on it.
I
So
bet he was laughing until they started doing that.
it was he could hear him. He's just like ah. And I was like, oh my god, this dude's going Super Saiyan in here. Like he was fucking. And then they're like, nah, we can't get anywhere with this. This isn't budging because it was like in the tissue. Like it was really like in there. I was like, fuck. That's then the
It
muscle.
must have been straight either
Muscle
because
grabbing it.
if it was straight in, they could have just put it straight back out.
But yeah, no, they couldn't get any angle
It,
around it.
it must
Nothing.
have been like snagged
So
and.
they actually had, yeah, as they
Ugh.
said, they had to basically operate on it to get it out because they
How
had
the
to
fuck
make a
did he get it?
decision.
Was it himself? Was it
Yeah,
someone
no,
else
it
he
was
shot
himself.
him with
It's
it?
himself.
Like,
He was, I guess, some kind of a tradie,
yeah, but
and yeah, he was working, and somehow he shot himself in the leg with the fucking nail gun.
flipped and shot.
Yeah. And he goes, oh, that's a good way to get out of work. How are you going to explain this to the boss? And he goes, I am my boss.
He had to
I
get
was
someone
like,
else to do his job for a
oh,
while.
like, oh damn, that's just wild. That's wild
That's
out.
that's
So,
that's probably the best outcome, to be fair.
so yeah, so I was like, god damn, but yeah, still, it's just like that's crazy. But no, so
That's.
been
I
sick.
remember you said
Feeling
something
better.
about that last night. I'm like, when you said in the chat, someone shot himself in the nail gun.
Yeah,
I just forgot until right then when you said it. I was like, damn.
yeah, it was crazy,
Do you get any people
hilarious.
just yelling the place down? Just
There was
just for the sake of it, as they always do?
One Indian fella come running in. He was just like, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, like just because he was in panic, and he was like, my wife, she's in the car, she need, and then they come out,
In
and
the
it was,
car.
and then they got her, and then as soon as she like they took the chair out, and as soon as she hear it coming in, she's all like, ho, ho, and it like seemed legit, but it also seemed kind of like a bit over dramatized, because like she didn't hear her coming up, but as soon as she got into the section foyer, you could hear her screaming. Like, but like you can kind of hear people screaming and making a scene when people are
Yeah,
coming
you
in.
can hear them way out there.
Yeah, and I was like, it felt like a bit acted because she just started screaming as she got closer to the door. And I was like, why is she not already screaming? But apparently she was, and apparently they were in yesterday and with a similar, I guess, issue. So I don't know what was going on. So I was like, it was just, yeah, it was
Probably
crazy.
trying to get drugs, bro.
Possibly, who knows? But and
Considering
then
if they're back again, like, what the fuck is wrong?
yeah,
Like,
and then fucking
were they actually there long or they just leave?
oh,
Because
they
some
got
people
put
go
in,
in and they leave so quick.
they got put in straight away, and like probably in like yeah wherever they went in the other end.
Straight away, and you're like,
Just
uh,
waiting here with a sore throat,
and they're probably
struggling.
faking it, ready just for getting some
Uh,
fucking drugs or something.
Another dude casually walked in.
Crazy
Just
how many the ER and that is pretty fucking busy.
yeah, there's all kinds of shit. There's all kinds of shit that goes on. People
Like you wouldn't think, like
sprained
especially at that
legs,
time, like around
sick.
midnight, there's people going in and out all the time.
Yeah, it got really quiet and then started picking up again like that around that time late at night. It got busy. Like it's
I was like,
crazy.
what happens at midnight?
Yeah, like what are people doing? Like why does it get so busy so
But
late?
then again, it was a Saturday, so
Yeah, exactly. So oh, and then what I was going to get to is when I left this morning, so that was like 4:30 this morning. I was like, "Fuck it, I'll go across to McDonald's." You know, McDonald's 24/7, but it wasn't fucking open because it was only the drive-through was open, so I couldn't go inside and
yeah,
get.
the Mac is past 12 and just drive through only
Yeah, I'm like, what's the point of being all at 24/7 and being like, oh yeah,
because
dine in still, and I'm like it's
it's still
4:30. I'm like,
24/7,
I know. It's like they need to be more specific though. It was like,
and you can't even use a push bike, as we found out.
something just fall. I feel like something just fell.
Nothing you could see. Must have
No,
been
it
something
sounded like
hidden
that.
somewhere.
I know. I felt it vibrate the ground, so something fell somewhere. Maybe it hit the shed door or something,
Yeah.
the garage door. I don't know. Did
Unless
it sound
something
like
just shook.
front door? I don't know. I felt the ground vibrate. Oh, it might have been the wall. I don't know. I felt the ground
Yeah,
vibrate. I was like, holy shit. But yeah, no. So I went there and I was like, god damn it.
you
Um.
never ride a push bike through the drive-through because
Ah.
they just deny you.
Yeah, I know. It's useless. I'm like,
Even though
fuck.
you're on a vehicle.
But like, it's early enough, and then it was like 5 o'clock. I'm like, you think they'd even open by now? Like, it's 5 o'clock. People want
No,
to go
it's
to.
6, isn't it? When they
I don't know,
open,
6 or 7
is
most
it
probably.
6
But
or
it used to,
7?
I used to go like to Macca's walk-in at like early in the mornings. Like I remember I used to go on road trips, and it'd be like 4 in the morning. You'd stop off at Macca's, and you'd want to actually stop.
I
So
think
you'd
that's
pull up,
certain places.
and you'd just walk in and just have a
Probably
relaxing
ones who
espresso.
have a lot of walk-ins, they probably stay open.
Mm. I was
Like
like,
some in the
oh,
middle of nowhere. It's like, who the fuck would be here at like 3
yeah.
a.m.
I was
walking?
just like, it should be fine. They should be open. Like, come on.
And being near a hospital, you think it would be
Yeah.
open because
I was
people
like,
waiting room, go get the Maccas, go home.
yeah. Maybe just all the druggies that go to the hospital.
Oh, true. Yeah, fuck.
Too many
I will
issues.
not be surprised about that.
Causing too many issues, most probably. I was like, God damn it, I'm hungry! Because I finally felt good. Because, like, my throat's good, I finally felt good. I'm like, oh, I just want to eat! I want to feel the privilege of eating! I haven't eaten since breakfast yesterday. Like, let me eat some food! I was like, there, like, I'm the door. I'm like, and I'm just sitting outside going, I want food! It made me feel like that Eric Andre meme where he goes up to the White House and he's like holds onto the gate. He's like,
Oh,
ah, and he's like, yeah, like that's how I felt like. I actually wanted to try and find the
go
meme. I
up
wanted to
to
take
the
a,
freaking door and hold on.
yeah, I was there making me, like I was trying to make a meme. I was jumping
They
on
might call the
TikTok
cops on you.
and I was thinking of taking a photo of the front and then put that GIF like cut out on the photo. I was like so tempted to do it. I was like, so
That'd be
tempted.
hilarious.
I was gonna make it, but I was like, I can't be bothered. And then I got my mum come around to pick me up because I was like, okay, now I gotta try and get home from here. And I was like, oh, I'll get my mum. She fucking took ages to rock up. She rocked up, and then I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm
Took
still
ages.
here. I'm like, let's get something to fucking eat. Like I'm hungry, and then
What, like an hour or so? Like,
Oh, it's like half an hour.
oh, that's not
Well,
too
actually,
bad.
no, because I did kind of message her around 4:30. Um, so so it might have been just after 5. I was like, not even that far away really, but like just took ages.
It's just you were just done and you want
I
to
was
get
like, I'm
home.
done, I'm hungry, and then it's like, oh, we're pulling. I'm like, I don't even want to go to this McDonald's now because they closed and they wouldn't let me in. But we went through anyway, and I was like, fine, just order this. Like, just give me some food. I'm hungry. I want to eat and go to bed.
But how fucking good does that like early morning fucking food smash though?
Yeah, I had myself the sausage and egg McMuffin with a
It's all fucking fresh too.
hot
Like it's all
chocolate.
just cooked right then.
And then I scoffed down me hash brown, scoffed down me burger, and then
You always gotta have a hash brown.
yeah, hash
Always.
brown's so good. And then had me
Hash
hot
brown
chocolate.
and
Walked
the egg
in,
and bacon muffins,
walked
the
into,
breakfast muffin.
walked into my house, walked into my room, kicked off my pants, my shoes, sat down in bed with me hot chocolate, and I was just like, fuck yeah, hot chocolate. And then I finished it, and I was like, fuck it. And then just went to bed and just passed out till like whatever time it was when I woke up. And it was like 8 o'clock.
Like a fucking real boss there.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it, it's 5. I was like, no, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm actually gonna sleep. Sleep in my
When you didn't
bed.
pass out with your freaking hot chocky,
Yeah, no. I was like, I was done. I was so ready.
because you'd be surprised if you're holding something and you fall asleep, you won't let go of it.
Well, that was like me. That was like I was saying, like when I was at the hospital, when I was there, I literally fell asleep like this. Like I was up straight, actually more straight than I normally am. Like, cause usually like I
It's
hunch
like
over. Cause you know when you lax, you see me like kind of like nod off, and I kind of lax and I nod over. Like I nod over. But like how I felt myself when I woke up, because in the position I was in when I woke up, I was like this. I was like, huh? And I was like, what's going on? But I was like in a very straight, stiff position sitting in the seat, and I was like, huh? Like, yeah, I was like in a
yeah,
very
it reminds me of how the old people nap. They just sit there
yeah, and that's what happened. Like that's
and you
how it
think they're
was.
dead
Yeah. I mean, if they're dead,
until
that'd
they
be
go.
that gasp for bear. But yeah, so no,
No,
it
it's
was
just
good.
like they don't move for like an hour and they just go. It's like did fucking good.
Mm.
What happened? Nothing. Okay.
So yeah, but yeah, so that was a fun today's escapades, and that's why there was no podcast. I was like, because I said to you, I was like, fuck it, if I get out of here 1 a.m. podcast, I was like, I was so
I would
tempted.
if I wasn't streaming.
Yeah, but I got to like 4 a.m. and I was like, nah. After I had my nap, I was like, nah, I'm ready to sleep. And we'll
4
just...
a.m. podcast.
Most
Okay,
people
it would
would
have
have.
still been Sunday.
But that was like the fucking. I couldn't even be bothered reacting. Well, we'll move on now. I was like,
No,
I'm
that
gonna.
wouldn't have worked because my power went out at 4 a.m.
Because that was like when I woke up. Because I remember seeing a post about the state of play that was on Friday. I
Oh yeah.
I woke up early enough, and I was like, and someone was posting about the state of play, and I was like, oh shit, and I was just like,
Is
fuck,
at 7 a.m.
I can't be fucked to sit around and watch this. I'm gonna stay in bed. So I got up, loaded up the stream, press record on OBS, and just recorded the stream, and then after that, so it's up on the channel for you guys to watch. You can watch it, but like I said, there's no reaction. It's just straight. It's just
Yeah.
straight a state of play, for the 15th. But yeah, so I just recorded. I was like, fuck it. I'm not. I could sit in front of my. I can't be bothered. Let's just record it. I'll go back to bed. And I kind of like watched.
When?
I kind of watched a little bit on my phone in bed. I was like, oh yeah, Spider-Man. Fuck yeah, because it like got to that point after the first one had played, which was that Walking Sim? What's it called?
That fucking baby steps looks
Baby
so
Steps.
good,
That's
doesn't
it.
it?
It's so good. Attention to the detail. But yeah, I was like I missed that, and then it was like Spider-Man. I was like, yeah, and then I just like, oh, I'll watch it later. I'm recording it anyway, so I'll watch it all or bits of it anyway. I only watched bits. I haven't actually watched the whole thing myself either. But yeah, so I was like recorded
Had a
that.
lot of shit there.
Shit was going on Friday, so I ended up like having it like let the stream go, and then came back a little bit late. So then I had to cut it up, let the video render, and then I had to leave it. And it wasn't until like the afternoon that I was able to upload it and have it upload that afternoon. And even then, when I'm trying to upload it, there was shit going on, but it managed to actually make it because the whole fucking YouTube spazzed out. and it was bugging out. And I couldn't,
Because
and I
everyone's
closed
probably
it.
doing it and they're
Yeah,
uploading
I don't know.
fucking
And I
YouTube.
closed it, and I thought I lost it, but then it was in processing. I was like, oh, thank God, I didn't lose it.
I think
Because
you can close it and it still processes,
got to get to a certain point. If it's uploading, of course,
but
it fucks up.
it's just advised you keep it open.
Yeah. So got that up there. That's got clicks. That's had the views. So that's pretty good. Um, got a few attentions to the channel.
You see the
Um,
backlash about it though? People salty.
oh, people are always going to be salty.
People salty about Spider-Man. Even more
It's just
now.
a big meme. I'm so keen for Spider-Man, but I can't even play it. But I'm keen for it. It looks so good. The stuff that they're doing to it is just really good. Like I'm
Did you
impressed.
see that fucking lizard boss fight? Like
I didn't know. I didn't watch it fully, but I've heard all the other different boss fights and stuff that they're doing, and like,
they got literally, one of the skyscrapers.
yeah,
They got lizard running up with a tank behind him, dragging up the fucking building while
like he's
Spider-Man's
dragging the.
holding on. Like,
Oh god, like it's on his tail kind of thing, like he's pulling like
no, I don't know
that's
what it is. I
strapped his
think he's
tail up.
holding it, and just running up the fucking building.
That's crazy.
You got Spider-Man holding on, dodging things,
It
and
almost feels like there's like those mini games kind of feel like they used to be in the old school Spider-Man games, because that's what they used to like. If you remember
but
them,
it
like
was all a cutscene, not an actual
yeah.
interactive.
Well, there was
And
some
it
of
was
them like that. If you
very
remember the old PlayStation One like Spider-Man games,
oh
because
quality.
you didn't have like the web swing, so a lot of the game took up was you wall crawling, or something like that, or chasing a boss up a wall, and shit was falling at you, and you had to like jump, crawl to the side while
Yeah,
crawling,
yeah,
because there was really no web swinging. And
an 11.
And like this feels like, by the sounds of it, like this is what they're doing. They're bringing those mini games back, like the boss games. Like they're bringing things back and making it entertaining. Like
You know what it feels like? It feels like they've got that Naughty Dog thing now. Like, you know how Naughty Dog's all like big, flashy. That's what Insomniac is
going
now.
for, they're pushing for, yeah, the big go hard, go home kind of
Like
action.
the whole set piece stuff, and
Yeah.
which is just amazing.
And that's what I said. That's what Spider-Man
And
used to have.
Peter and that has fall damage now. You can turn fall damage off and on.
Yep, yep.
But to be fair, he wouldn't take damage.
No, he wouldn't.
In,
That's
like-
what. It makes no sense. Unless
But people wanted fall damage, so they gave you an option to off and on. So
the only time he takes fall damage, realistically, is
if he
he's
doesn't land on
falling
his feet or something.
and he lands on his back straight down, or if he lands flat stomach. If he doesn't like
Mm.
land properly to absorb it, that's when he takes fall damage. So I don't. That seems a bit weird, but I guess hey, whatever.
If people
Works
want
for
it, they can have it.
Make it a little bit more intense in their gameplay.
And they also revealed the resolution specs, performance modes. You've got your 30 FPS, which is 4K ray tracing.
Yep.
You've got the 40 FPS, which is 4K ray tracing,
Yeah.
I guess, with the 120 hertz mode. And then you got 60 FPS, which is dynamic 4K with ray tracing.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just waiting for.
Every mode has ray tracing, and they said that was a standard thing. Like
That's good.
they weren't cutting it.
No, and that's why it wasn't getting a copy.
And
That's why it
the
wasn't
buildings
getting
are
a
ray
downscale
traced,
for,
the water's ray traced, all the reflections are ray traced.
That's
all the
it.
stuff you'd
That's
think.
why they were skipping, because there was rumors that they were going to possibly do a last gen, and that's why they were like, no, because we've got
Ooh.
so much going on with it now compared to the Spider-Man one. Like, there's so much happening. Like,
Well,
oh, Miles
Spider-Man 1
Morales,
did get ray tracing on the PS5.
it
Like,
was
it
added.
got all the
Yeah.
niceties that Miles Morales had.
And that's it. Miles Morales was the only one that we could really have downscaled, kind of in sense, to make it work on both. But yes,
Probably shouldn't have been, though.
this game's like going
That,
hardcore.
that
now.
should have been a PS5 only to fully utilize what they're doing now. And then with Spider-Man 2, pushing it even further.
But I mean, we'll see the typical Xbox have a go at it. They're already starting to. I'm waiting them to already see try and jump aboard and we'll like start review bombing it. But they'll feel justified. They'll feel justified review bombing it though, compared to the PlayStation ponies.
They're like,
review
oh,
bombing.
people reviewing Starfield, but I'll review bomb Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, like they'll try and justify. Like there's literally
Hypocrites, man.
That's the crazy part. I've been seeing at a few Xbots that I don't really want to call Xbots per se. Like they kind of brand themselves as being very X-body. Like you look at them and they have icons and they put Xbox in their names or you know what I mean?
That's literally an Xbox.
They come off, but then they're actually being fair, like how we are. It's like, like I'm getting a lot of that lately. And I'm like, oh, it's good. People with actual brains and not these like other people like Andrea and other people being like, it's like, do you not see what you're saying? You're literally saying garbage for clicks that literally makes no sense. You're giving false news, false attention to get clicks to create
And
topics
they
that
block
aren't.
anyone who doesn't agree with their
Yeah, but
agree to
yet
their narrative.
there's actual people that are actually
Also,
talking sense.
all their replies, their whole tweets are fucking hollow chambers.
Yeah, they always just
Because the only
copy
ones who
paste.
agree with them or comment are their own people.
Yeah,
So
and
it's
that
all
just
just sucking each other's dick, just like, yep.
well, that's like the other one. That's like the
Like,
curator account because it used to be Moat, and people are starting to call it out, going, "This is literally just a shit post." Like, because the things that they're talking about is literally just shit posting now. And I'm like,
oh yeah,
I
remember
think,
Moat?
yeah, that's who Xbox curator is. That's Moat. That's their account.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
forgot he was actually Moat. I forgot
yeah.
about that account.
But I'm
He
like,
followed me one time, and then I shitbagged Xbox and he unfollowed.
yeah, I know. He's just a shit poster that makes no sense. Because did you see his post about what they should add to Starfield?
Like, what?
Did you see his Starfield post? Where he's like, this is, now they've done this and they've got the updates rolling out, this is what they need to add
Yeah,
to
let me
Starfield.
look.
He
Was it a
goes through a
recent one?
list. It was a day or two ago. I don't know if you'll find it because he
Xbox,
posts a
is it
lot.
Xbox Curator or
Yeah,
just Curator?
Xbox Curator. He like literally lists off a whole bunch of stuff and going, "Well, this is what you need to add to Starfield to make it better." It's like, bro, you're saying the
Oh,
game's
blocked
already
it.
good. It's
I
like, why
blocked
would you
it.
need like, hey,
I fucking blocked it.
but it's like, you
I
saying,
can still view post though.
but this is the thing that got me though. It's like, why say Starfield is a 10 out of 10 game and then turn around and make a post going, "This is what they need to add to Starfield to make it more fun." It's like, do you not hear how you're saying? Like, okay, so if they make these things added, does that mean the game becomes 11 out of 10? Like, in your hindsight, like, what?
I
Like,
think you deleted that post because there's not there.
yeah, because you list stuff various stuff, and one of them was like, add lightsabers. And people just like, why the fuck would you add lightsabers to Starfield? It's like, and someone goes, nah, this has got to be a shit post for now. Because, like, all these things were just some of the dumbest things. I don't know if I
That's
took a
a Star
screenshot.
Wars only thing.
That's it. It's like, why would you? And then people are like, no, we don't need like. And there was other Xbots going to the Xbox security going, no, we don't need these things in Starfield. What the fuck is your problem? It's like, clearly this is a shit post. Like, this has got to be a shit post. Like, I don't. Like I said, I don't know if I saved it. I don't think I did.
He called it a 10 out of 10 best Xbox exclusive ever. Like, fuck
Yeah.
off.
And then said that
It's
they
not
needed
the
to add.
best ever exclusive.
And then they said they need to add other things to the game. It's just like, how is it a 10 out of 10 best exclusive, but then you need to add things to it? It literally makes no sense on your argument.
I already put my predictions up for Spider-Man on the X. I gave it a 90. Sorry, trying to get a 93.
His latest tweet, I don't know if you saw it, goes, some dipshit tried to sue me because I hyped up Starfield for Xbox Series X, an actually good game. You PlayStation fanboys are another level of disgrace, pathetic. That's hilarious. I think he deserves to be sued. And then the other one, which was
He
the
would sue though over hype up a game.
and then this is the other post he posted, which was 4 days ago, going,
He's just making shit up, bruh.
Starfield has next level sword reflections. It's literally
Oh, that.
talking about the lights. It's not even reflections. It's fucking. There's no reflections. It's
Does
literally just
Starfield have
light.
ray tracing?
It's like weird lights. I think he did delete his shit post because I don't see anything here. Yeah, he's deleted a lot of his posts recently. He's actually gone through and deleted a lot of his posts.
Idiot.
Because yeah, 18 hours ago, 4 days ago, 9th of September, 5th of September. Yeah, he's literally deleted a lot of his posts.
Yeah, because it's all bullshit. You're getting called out for it.
And I actually screenshotted some of the other ones. I'm surprised the account's actually gone through and like cleaned out a lot of their account. Because where was it? There was the other ones.
Yeah, Starfield don't have ray tracing.
Because there was the other ones. Because this one got deleted. This was like on the.
I think on PC it does, but I'm pretty sure the dude's not playing on PC.
Because this was just after. Yeah, because they usually post so much shit. It's like if it's like this other person was like, if you're giving Starfield.
He deleted 2 weeks of tweets.
Yeah, because it's like one he was, if you're giving Starfield anything less than a 9 out of 10, you should definitely not be making a new game plus where the real game begins. You definitely did not I don't know. You definitely did not make it to New Game Plus. So he's basically saying once you finish the game is when the game gets good.
Yeah, that's actually true, but like
But like, what?
with the way he put that is, what the fuck?
And then there was like the list. It's like fairest tier list ranking. Did I tell you about this? I think we mentioned it last week. I've actually got the screenshot here. I didn't bring it up. Fairest tier listing ranking I can give to the ninth generation of games that I've played across Xbox Series X, PS5, and Nintendo Switch. So I vaguely talked about this last week, from what I remember. I think it was.
Is that tweet still there?
No, that one's gone.
Have
So
you got a copy of it?
I do have a photo of it right here, and his list
Take
was
a send me the picture. I want to see the actual list.
so the I can read it here because it was S tier was well just the S tier and I'll send it to you. So S tier was Starfield, Forza Horizon, whatever the latest one is. Is it 5? 6. I can't remember.
Horizon 5, yeah.
Metroid Prime, and then Demon Souls. So I mean, he put Demon Souls in his S tier.
Where's
Um,
Returnal? Where's like Ragnarok?
I'll just go through the list. A tier was Zelda, Hi-Fi Rush, Flight Sim, and then Halo Infinite. B class was Horizon. Was it Forbidden West?
In B?
Uh,
The game was awesome.
Final Fantasy 16. Was that the one that? I think it's
Yeah.
16. Yeah.
That just came out.
Spider-Man Miles Morales, and then God of War Ragnarok was B tier.
I give Spider-Man Miles Morales a fucking A.
Yeah.
That game was awesome.
C tier. But then you look at all these games that are played. This is the funny thing here, is fairest, like it's the tier listing given to the ninth generation of games. How many games have you heard so far that are Xbox? And then how many games are Nintendo? And then how many games are PlayStation?
I don't fuck all Nintendo games apart from Kirby
Because we're going
and
to see
Metroid Prime.
because Starfield and Forza Horizon.
Oh, that's a remake anyway, like a remaster. So
Well, that's it. So Starfield and Forza Horizon, Hi-Fi Rush, Flight Sim, and Infinite are all Halo exclusives. Are all Xbox exclusives. So that's what 5 games,
yeah.
and then you got Metroid and Zelda. That's 2 Nintendo games.
I wouldn't call Halo a ninth gen because that's on Xbox One as well.
Demon Souls is PlayStation.
If you're talking about exclusives,
well,
then
there
Xbox
is
has
Redfall in
fuck
this
all.
list. Demon Souls is
Like
PlayStation.
Series X and S only. There's fuck all.
Final Fantasy, I'm assuming, was just the PlayStation only, or is
It's
it
just
both?
Redfall,
Did I mention both?
Starfield.
Well,
Is Hi-Fi Rush on Xbox One?
yeah.
So 2 that I can think of that are on S and X only.
Yeah. But then his C tier, this is what I'm trying to say, is
Oh, and Forza coming up.
work out the number of games that he's been playing. C tier is Gran Turismo, Returnal, Ratchet and Clank, and
B?
they're C class, and it was that weird permanence. No, is it permanent? Oh, I can't remember. It's the one with the dude with the flame hair head on that weird artsy mindfuck game. Permanent? I can't remember. It's permanent. Fucking weird. Oh no, Jim's frozen! He's frozen! And then D was Redfall. So yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 PlayStation games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Xbox games, and 2 Nintendo games. It's so dumb.
That's messed up.
Oh, he's lagged.
The
He's back.
Wi-Fi just shit itself.
Oh.
It did one of those resets. I'm like, fuck that. I just use my hotspot.
But yeah, so I did briefly mention that last week, but that's like the full spreadsheet because I've got it here. But yeah,
How
so,
is Ratchet and Clank a seed
I know.
here?
And then D was Redfall. I'm surprised he shed over Redfall.
I put Redfall in the seed here.
Yeah, Redfall's actually pretty good. but yeah, this is the other thing that got me too. This is like I said, this is last
We
week's
should
as
do
well.
our own lists
Well,
of that
this
because
was last week, which again fucked my brain up
non-biased also.
because it goes Bethesda since joining Xbox, Deathloop in '88, Ghostwire Tokyo 75, Hi-Fi Rush 87, Redfall 56, Starfield 87. I'm like, um,
84.
now 84. But it's like you do know these games were in production before Xbox acquired them, right? Like,
Starfield definitely was. That's been going for like 8 years.
these games, Deathloop and Ghostwire, end up being PlayStation because that was before pre-acquisition because they had previous deals before things got changed.
Hi-Fi Rush mightn't have been though, because that's
Hi-Fi
only
Rush,
a littler
maybe, yeah.
game.
Like that was maybe a little bit later, of course, but like Redfall as well. They went through that fucking development hell, and this acquisition actually affected Redfall. Like that's why there was problems with it because it actually was one of the games that was affected by it. And that's we can see what happens when there's a game that's actually like in that void of production. It really damaged it.
I think Starfield did that as well.
Yeah. It's just there's those things. Did I download that heist video twice? I shared it, saved it.
Twice.
Oh, it's just
But
funny watching all the memes.
I don't know how you can rate like Ratchet and Clank and Returnal as a C.
Like
I'll give Returnal like an A or an S, like easy.
they look like such great games.
That's one of my favorite games on the PS5.
Yeah.
The game's just so fucking good.
I do want to play them.
Like you play it on PC.
That's it. Might give it a go at some point. I like to experiment. I like to
I
get myself.
I still
PlayStation
rank Days Gone as a fucking S even today.
That's it. It's a good game. It's just very underrated, sadly.
That's still better than I think most of Xbox stuff.
But that's it.
Although I've been playing a lot of fucking stuff.
Yeah, well, it kind of draws me back here and there every now and then. But like I always gotta remember to take save points because sometimes I just want to fuck around and shoot everyone. I don't know why. It's just you and
I did that. That's why you got auto saves.
So I just try and save everything, just save my own checkpoints before I do it. Do what you
Yeah,
did.
right.
Bloody New Vegas, where you just shot up the first town. That's what I did at the start of the game.
That wasn't deliberate. The first one was deliberate. The fact that everyone come after me for that's why they all had to die.
Yeah, well that's it. Just like no witnesses, leave no witnesses.
No witnesses. Dude kept running off to the fucking whoever was out there. Like, I'm going to get help. It's like, fuck you, bam.
That's it.
No one lives.
Everyone.
But I've actually nearly finished Starfield.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean,
I'm at the last stretch of the story.
Yeah.
I'm almost got all the achievements as you saw.
Yeah, well, that's it.
I got that 0.04 one.
I mean, if you know what you're doing, you can finish a lot quicker. But you just savoring.
I don't know what I'm doing though.
You're
I'm
savoring
just
it,
playing the game.
enjoying it, savoring it.
I compared myself to Phil Spencer just because.
Yeah.
And I've played more than Phil Spencer has.
Yeah, that's it. He hasn't played much, has he?
I'm like, yeah.
One of those things. I played a bit of it, with my cannoli man. It's been kind of fun, just dicking around, doing different things. I mean, it is a lot of fun. You can make a lot of goofy clips, which is pretty fun.
Oh yeah, especially with PC.
Yeah.
See console commands.
Yeah, spawn in some shit. Did you see that video I did where I crashed my game?
Yeah, with all the potato.
The butters, all the butters.
Oh, butter.
That's trying to grease my gears, and then lube. There was
another one I saw. They went to a high spot in a fucking building.
Yep.
And they brought in 10,000 cartons of milk.
Oh no, that would have taken.
And it just
looked great.
All went down the building and just flying off everywhere.
That's cool.
And he used one of his powers to like do gravity.
Yeah.
And they all went.
The force push is kind of cool. I was like, oh, that's cool. Force push everything.
And someone did. They put 1,000 Vascos on top of the building, but they just all stood there, all 1,000 of them.
Oh god.
Because they don't have physics.
Yep.
And like NPCs and people don't have physics. So
that's crazy.
They can't just fall.
Just there.
But then he done the old school computers, and they all just tumble like 1,000 just tumble down the building. Just.
That's fun. No, that's it. There is stuff to have, some people making non-stop Starfield content. when you should be
Yeah,
making
on the fucking
PlayStation
Xbox.
content. Stop playing Starfield content. You work for PlayStation. You work for Sony. You should be get this person fired. They need to be fired. They're not making PlayStation content. Too much Starfield content.
You just wait till next month, so it'll be figured in Spider-Man 2 content.
Oh, 100%. I
The whole internet's gonna be Spider-Man 2
It
content.
does irk me though when people like ride trends and then they just focus all their content on one thing. It's like there's other things out there. Like, hey, it's cool that you're like focusing
Like what?
on something, but it's like, do you always just have to be like the one type of content? It's like, couldn't you just like post maybe a couple of videos of this and then some other videos of stuff that's going on and then come back to this and then other stuff that's going on? You know what I mean?
Mm.
Not just like, oh, now my whole channel because I'm enjoying Starfield. Just let's make all my content Starfield. It's just like really? I mean, don't look at my last couple of videos. I've got like 3-4 videos up that are Starfield, but
Exactly.
but yeah, it's just like I'm just like fuck me. You have to
I'll
post
put
like
no Starfield
a
content
million
up.
shorts and a million videos on your channel, and it's just all Starfield. It's like
I
I'm
think
sure
our
there's
Xbox shared
something else you can
something.
talk
That's
about.
it.
I'm positive there's still something else you can talk about.
I've been playing Starfield just in bed on my own time,
Which
and
yeah, which has been
I haven't got the share button because I'm using the old Xbox One controller, and there's no share button.
so you can't.
So
Share,
I'm doing funny shit, and I can't share it.
you gotta go and you gotta pause, flick into the menu
So
tab.
there's no point.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's unlucky. But no, one thing I did want to bring up, but because we did talk about surprisingly that was a pretty good video we had with that Starfield episode. That was
Star Trek for the win. Wait, what?
that was actually pretty good. So, um, but yeah, so one thing I didn't get to actually talk about last week, I wanted
No,
to bring
because
up.
people wanted us to fucking bash it, even though we really didn't.
We just made fun of it and just talked about us
We
enjoying
made
it and not
criticisms.
Yeah, we're still playing it. I'm
I
actually
don't.
kind of.
I'm not
Like I
bashing
said,
it.
I
Fuck.
kind of enjoy it, but it's not like a 10 out of 10. It's not a 9 out of 10 for me. It's a
I give it
mid-tier.
a 7.5.
Yeah. So that's it.
Like not an 8. It's not a 7.
Mm.
I'll give it in the middle, 7.5.
But what I didn't get to talk about was that bloody that new One Piece fucking live action series that dropped last week. I didn't actually get season 2 got announced, which is perfect timing for this. Announced season 2 because that season was fucking so good. Honestly, like it's
I've
up.
never seen One Piece, so I'm not gonna watch it.
No, you don't have to. That's the good thing about it. Like it covers it all for you, so you don't even have to watch the anime, and it's done so well that it catches you up to speed with a lot of lore and
No,
stuff.
I watched the preview. Like you know how you just go on it and it gives you that whole scene
Yeah.
or something. That looks so fucking cheesy to me.
Oh, it's no. Honestly, I thought that too, but I watched it and I'm like, this is actually really good.
It's very overacted. Like nah.
No. Like, okay, my 2 favorite TV shows for this year is The Last of Us and One Piece. Like, it's up there with The Last of Us. Like, it is so
Ooh.
good. Like I said, for it to be up there with The Last of Us,
So Netflix is gonna
like-
cancel it.
like, oh, it's making them so many clicks. Like, it's good. That's why they announced the second season. They're working with the
Yeah,
original.
until they fuck up season 2.
They're working with the original manga writer who also did the anime, Ichiro. I can't remember his name.
Ichiro. I don't know.
But yeah, they're working with him, and yeah, he's like got full control of everything. He's like picks
I
and
think I prefer the anime though. To be fair,
Yeah.
that looks a lot more better.
but yeah, no, it's honestly
Oh, there's a lot of episodes for that.
yeah. They turned the first 45 episodes into 8-hour long episodes, and it's done pretty well. Honestly, I was impressed, and added a few extra.
Imagine Dragon Ball getting that.
Yeah. Like
You can't.
Cowboy
Dragon Ball's way
Bebop.
different than One Piece.
Cowboy Bebop got really fucked up.
shit.
I felt personally, they really fucked up the order of everything. But like how they did this was so good. Like
Yeah,
I
but
was,
that even looks shit though compared to the One Piece one.
I had.
Because
I
I'm
don't
not
have,
sold on the Luffy actor.
Oh, dude, he is perfect. He is so good. Like no joke.
Look
like
nothing like Luffy.
once you start watching it though, and you start everything happening, it's so good. It's so satisfying. I actually got to sit down and watch it again. Like it it's making me. It actually made me watch the anime again. Like that's how good it was. Like it actually got me
Well, I'll
back in the
give
anime.
one episode a try
So
later, maybe
that watch that first
or
episode, and
tomorrow.
honestly, I would like to know what you think because it is a banger of an episode. Like honestly, it was. I was like, fuck. Like I was like straight up watching the next episode after I watched it. Like it kept me on. Like I was like, yep, I'm doing this. I had to cut myself
You
off
I could
because
binge 8 hours in one sitting. That's the
yeah,
sad part.
that's it. Honestly, like it's done really well. Like they've really brought anime to life, and it's done so much better than what One Piece, not One Piece, Cowboy Bebop, One Piece, because Cowboy Bebop tried to do it. It was just so
You
dumb.
couldn't translate Cowboy Bebop.
It couldn't translate. It didn't translate at all. Like it was so fucked, and all the best bits
One
I
Piece
loved.
shouldn't either,
It
really.
does. Like it does. They literally have like weird, nonsensical, like non-logical stuff happen. Like it doesn't. Camera angles are done how they would in pans, like anime style, and it's done right. It's actually done really well. Like I didn't think they could do those weird like anime angles and pans and like how anime does them in their you know how they and they did. They had the straight single shots where like backgrounds look kind of almost not moving stationary and they have the characters talking and then they but it's in all three-dimensional space but like they get the
Yeah.
angles right and everything's done so good. As I said, I wanted to talk about it last week but I got so distracted with Starfield that
I'll
I
probably
didn't get
watch
a
one
chance.
tonight then. After
Like
this, I'll probably pop it
everything they
on.
do, like yeah, like because he's got all the abilities and how they do all the animations for that and CGI for that and honestly this is a really good cast. Like the cast because when I looked at the
There's
screenshots.
nothing like overall flashy in that, is there? Like Dragon Ball.
Not really ish. I mean,
Because you couldn't do Dragon Ball live action, I just realized,
because it's
because
just
there's
his
so much
stretchiness,
going
all his
on.
crazy stretchiness. Like he does all kinds of.
Mm.
There is a later on in the season where he balloons himself up. He does the old like Popeye kind of thumb in mouth, and he puffs
Yeah.
himself up, and he does this whole stretch, and then he does like this cool combo attack. Like it's pretty cool. Like they did it really.
I
Like
mean,
it's
Dragon Ball's got all the particles and explosions and like all the
yeah.
fast action.
There
Nothing like
are
that in One Piece, right?
not necessarily. So no, it does.
Because you
Yeah,
can't make them fight like they do in the anime in live
like
action.
the extra flames and stuff like that.
You can't do that.
Not
All the fast punches and kicks.
There
Nah.
is Sanji, because he's like kicks, he fights
Oh,
with his legs, and he does call out his in. This is a later episode as well, where he calls out his tax, and he's literally like up in the air flying. And he's doing like the like running kick in the air, and it's like
the
side kick, side running
the
kick.
Liu Kang.
Yeah, he's like and then he does that, and then one of his attacks. And I'm like, dude, I'm like, fuck yeah, like, because it's something you would see in a real world scale, like it's cartoony physics
No, you
almost.
can actually do that.
And it
People have
was so
done that
good.
in
Just
China.
how they did
I
all it,
think
like
Bruce Lee done that, didn't he?
I think so. But
Because
like,
you can actually get the momentum to keep yourself up,
yeah, it's the running because you use them as like a stepping stool. They got to be
Mm.
inclined. But
and you're
I
at the right angle, so you don't just go.
yeah, but no, it was just done like some of the attacks got a bit goofy because it was like anime attacks.
Mm.
And there's like Buggy, who's the clown who can like detach himself. They got that perfect like flies around
I
and
don't really.
punches and
I
does.
know, I only know who Luffy is. And
Yeah,
that's very loose.
It's honestly so good. Just me
So
talking about it.
I'm probably the demographic to watch that
That's
then,
what I
because
would
I
like.
know
It'd be
nothing
good for
about
you
it.
to see what it's like and see what you think of it because, like, I already knew of One Piece. I loved the anime, and watching this made me think of the anime. And it was so, like, I was just like, because I saw the screenshots and stuff when they leaked it at first, and of all the casting, I was like, this looks so bad. This is going to be horrible. So I went in with really low expectations, and it literally blew me out of the water because, like, they actually got every character perfectly casted. Like, in my opinion, from knowing the characters, like, they perfectly casted everyone. And I was like, this is insane. Like, this is really cool. Like, I was impressed. Like, I just...
Who's that? That not the clown dude. The dude who's cocky, like the dude who's in that fucking preview.
The
Is
green
he like
hair?
a bad dude? Is he?
Which one are we looking at?
Yeah,
The green hair guy?
the green hair guy. I think it is.
Renoa Zoro. Renoa, who's the pirate hunter.
I don't know what he is. Is he the bad guy?
Green hair with the three swords.
Mm.
He's a good guy.
Where he thinks he can take everyone down. Like he thinks he can kill anyone.
Mm. He's a good guy.
He's a
It's
good
funny.
guy.
He's a pirate hunter, but he ends up joining Luffy's band of pirates, misfit pirates.
But yeah, the what?
Yeah, it's one of the things. It's one of the biggest things from the anime. It's always so funny because he's like the biggest pirate hunter out, being like, "I'm taking down pirate hunters. I hate all pirates." But he's like, I'm not gonna join you. Like, fuck it, I'll join
Wait,
you,
what's
kind of thing.
Luffy?
It's so good. It's one of the funny, hilarious anime moments.
Oh, bizarre.
I actually might go to when I go to bed. I actually might watch that first episode again on my phone. I'm tempted to actually watch it again.
First step.
It's. I was honestly so impressed.
it was is the first one the best? Is it?
Well, I want to watch it through the whole series again. So I'll start episode 1.
But what's the first one then?
I mean, I don't want to be watching all 8 at night. I'll watch 1, maybe watch
I
2.
mean, you can.
But yeah,
Maybe.
but no, it's honestly so good. I'd honestly
Okay, I
give
just
them.
found out I can buy One Piece from JB Hi-Fi, my dude. All the episodes on. So if I like the show, is
It's
it worth
very.
watching the anime?
You could watch it on Netflix. It'd be cheaper.
Is it all on Netflix? Is it?
Yeah,
Oh, do they actually own that now?
yeah, yeah.
If they own One Piece. No, probably got the rights
Well,
to it.
rights
They don't
to it
actually own it.
because they
They
worked
wouldn't.
with the creator, so they got the publishing rights. I don't know if all the episodes are on there on the anime that's been English dubbed. There's over 1,000 episodes.
No, because there's like 1,000 episodes or
Yeah,
something.
it's over 1,000. It's still being
There's 20 odd fucking
One Piece
years of
anime
it.
is still being made. Like,
Yeah, I think it's ending, isn't it, though, soon, though? Like this year, next year.
possibly, but it's just crazy how long it's gone for.
Because how do they keep that going?
I never finished to find out. I got close to finishing. I realized today when I was
You,
watching
you haven't got
well, not
close.
today, but like the other day when I was looking at the anime itself, I'm like, I only watched maybe like the first 3 seasons, possibly. I never actually got that far
that
into
was
it
like
because
the 90s, early 2000s.
that was like 200 episodes, 300 episodes.
I
Like
want to see how many episodes there are.
they're 25-minute longs.
Oh, so like Dragon Ball.
Yeah, but there's a lot.
Like any anime,
But the
really.
problem is with how you buy it. Like to buy
There was
the,
a movie last year of One Piece as
it's
well.
cheaper buying Dragon Ball Z on DVD or Blu-ray than it is to buy One Piece. It's like $60 and they only give you like 30 episodes.
Give you 2 fucking
2
DVDs.
discs, yeah. It's like not even 30. It could be just 20 episodes. It's so dumb.
I would like to do it that way. They just get all the volumes. There's
Yeah.
like 50 odd volumes. There'd be like 100 odd discs.
And maybe if it was cheaper, maybe if it wasn't $60, $70, I'd be like
Maybe
Yeah.
50, 40,
30, 40?
20 a disc. Sounds about reasonable.
30 or
If
40.
it was only 30
like,
episodes,
yeah,
goddamn.
like, fuck. It doesn't need to be that expensive.
But then again, Dragon Ball is the bigger one. I guess it's more
But they give you more, it's more condensed. There's so much in it. They give you.
no, not Dragon Ball Super.
They give you so many more, like, so much more.
Dragon Ball Super, it was over 4 years, right? And there's 10 fucking volumes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like, what, 100 something, isn't it? 200?
200 episodes.
Isn't like $200 though for the collection?
I'll look after the podcast because it's just over there. I just look at what's on each thing.
Yeah, but the collection value isn't that bad though. It's fairly.
How are you? I mean, it's not bad. It got a 9 out of 10. God damn. Season 20? Fuck me. Yeah, because if Netflix can make, what? 40? I reckon for season 2, they'll probably cram a lot more in there in like 8 hours.
Yeah, well, that's it.
I'm guessing they're doing like, they're cutting out the shit.
Yeah, a lot of stuff like you'll still see references to characters through those 45 episodes. So like you're still seeing moments of when, but instead of
But
like
it's not directly on that. Like, it's not focusing on it.
Because in the anime, there's characters that appear on one of the like these cooking ships that you see appear like on the ship as a stranded, and it was just all a ploy kind of thing. But that's in the anime. But in the live action, you see someone else take them out in a different kind of way that makes more sense to the narrative than just being like, oh, this person's playing decoy in this sense, and let's have this person come being decoy. Because like it makes sense having one guy rock up as being decoy to the pirate ship than having like 10 different guys rocking up as decoy to the pirate ship. It's like, why are all these guys doing the same thing? It's like, what the fuck? It's like, that just seems a bit dodgy, and like the anime does. It's like, but then they had like, so they just replaced that guy that was being the decoy die or whatever in a different situation, and then they had a different crew member rock up to the ship instead and play off that same part and had the whole, oh, this happened, we try to flee from this kind of thing. So they kind of made it make a bit more sense to make it seem more legit, not like goofy that the anime does it. So the anime is good, but like it just does some stuff a little bit too goofy. It just seems a bit like,
I just seen how many episodes there were.
yeah, there's heaps.
There's 1,075 as of this year.
Yeah, that's a lot. But then if that's like what 25 minutes each an episode, that's 500 hours, 500 something hours. What'd you say?
A
1,070.
little bit less. Yeah, 1,075.
Divide that by 2 is 537 hours.
That's not too bad, actually. It's only a few weeks.
Yeah, so you could binge it pretty well.
Probably get bored of it if you watch it all, like, in one time. Like, fuck. Like Dragon Ball, I've been so fucking quick.
So
But then again,
600,
Dragon Ball is more my thing. I don't know.
600 hours equals 0.822 months. So it's not even a month.
Damn!
0.8. So it's not even a month. 600 hours is not even in a month. So yeah, you could binge a whole series in a month, but if you were to be reasonable, you could split it over 3 months and watch the whole lot at a reasonable pace.
It's 43 hours.
Hey,
What? How the fuck did I do that math?
isn't that right? Because 20.
No, it is 43 hours.
Oh no, it's less. Because I'm thinking. I thought I'm adding up. Fucking
43 hours.
yeah,
Three episodes an hour.
I'm adding up 25 minutes equals
Hang
50
on.
minutes. Because yeah, 25 minutes is 50 minutes, not 60.
Yeah. It's only 43. That's not long at all. That's fucking 2
No.
days.
You could clean up so much quicker. Fuck.
If you binge that in 2 straight days, you could get all the anime done.
That is insane.
That's a lot to take in.
That is insane. Yeah, because 25.
Yeah, because I went 1,075 divide 25.
Yeah, 26,000.
43.
That's actually not that much. Yeah, that's not much.
Does that add up to 43 hours though? Like,
Yeah, if you divide 1,000.
because 3 is 1 hour.
What is it?
3 episodes is 1 hour. How is that 43? Hang on.
26,875. 25 minutes of 1,000.
Or is it 43,000 minutes? 43,000 minutes. 43.
Let me mass 26,800.
43 by what? 60. 716 hours. 716 hours. Normally it's not that. What is the math on this? How would you even figure that out without like literally just?
Okay, so it's saying
Maybe I'm doing it weird.
26,875 minutes equals 447 hours. So yeah, guess what
We got here
Because remember, that's right.
449.7 or
Yeah,
18 days.
that works because it was because it's 500 something hours. We calculated if it was 50 minutes, it was in an hour.
But I said 43 hours. Because I just think I said 43 instead of 43. But even that was off because that it's only 449 hours is fuck all.
Yeah, that's what.
That's only a few weeks.
18 days.
A couple of weeks.
That's if you watched it every day.
18.73.
Every hour of every day. So you could clear it if you literally worked out a decent sleep time, you could do it in a month.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, I might watch that then. Finish off One
I'm
Piece.
not.
I might watch the One Piece.
I'm not that invested.
I mean, a lot of the episodes are filler. If you knew which episode, the other thing is too, if you knew which episodes were filler episodes, they literally are because they're literally taking out the filler stuff for the live action. So if you knew what was filler,
About just to watch the live action.
Yeah, so you'd be best to do that. But like I said, if I was to watch the anime, find out which episodes are filler episodes, take
But
them
then
out
again, you
myself.
don't get the awesome voice actors you do in the anime.
Oh well, they're well the ones that sound like Dragon Ball cast. I know
Yeah,
these voice actors are because they're actually like based off their nationality that the characters
because
are.
who was um Renoa Zawa is Vegeta
No, Piccolo. I said it was
and
Piccolo.
Piccolo.
It was yeah, does Piccolo do Vegeta's voice as
He's
well?
doing his Piccolo, so he's not doing his Vegeta voice
No,
for it.
he's literally sounds like Piccolo. He literally, I'll bring it. We'll look at it after, and we'll see it. He literally sounds like Piccolo the whole time. I was like, bruh, it's just Piccolo.
Yeah,
I was like, fuck me. And yeah, no, it's just crazy. We'll look at that after. I'll show you some,
that's
go through some
hilarious.
stuff. But yeah, no. So there is a lot of filler, just like typical Dragon Ball and any other anime. I do feel like One Piece has a lot of those similar Dragon Ball quirky fucking filler episodes. Because like the one I'm up to now with the season was it was Buggy and he was stranded on an island and he's like lost his body because he separates himself. So parts of his body had been chucked away in storage and like shipped off, and he's trying to get his way back to his body parts. And he's on an island and he's just like, ha, chicken! And he tries to eat this like chicken bird thing, and then another big bird comes out and he's got knives and forks and he's like, ha! And he starts chasing him around. So I'm like, that's clearly a filler episode that won't be in the live action.
Yeah,
But like, it's funny, like that's something you'd watch in Dragon
it
Ball.
might be, but not as a whole fucking thing.
No, we've technically already skipped that part.
Oh,
Because I watched because
yeah,
those
because
are
at least
parts I've
Dragon
skipped.
Ball fillers, most of it's filler, but it's good filler. Like
Yeah,
Goku learned how to drive. That's a
yeah,
filler episode, but it's so fucking
it's such a
good.
good episode. I know, like
Like stuff like that.
honestly, like yeah, anyone that hasn't watched it, definitely go watch One Piece. Sorry if I may spoil it a little bit, but explaining some
I'm
stuff.
pretty sure the ones who will be watching it already know what's
A
going to
lot of
happen.
people have already like binged watched it and done it. Like it's yeah, it was crazy. I was a little bit behind on
Like
getting
you
into it.
said stuff, I have no idea what the context, who the fucking characters
Mm.
are, so I would have no fucking idea.
But yeah, no, it's fucking great. Um, yeah, because you got all these characters. There's so many characters. But like I said, in the anime, they don't really capture it that well of capturing the nationalities, because each character is like in the show, like basically
They're all Japanese.
no, they're not. Every single character in One
No, but all
Piece,
the fucking voice actors are
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
either
very Englishy or Japanese, yeah. And that's the problem
yeah.
because Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy is Mexican, but he's very like white Japanese,
Is
like
he?
yeah, he's Mexican. Um, Zoro's the only like
I guess that
Japanese.
explains his actor now then.
Yeah, they actually like the live casting actually matched up nationalities with characters a lot better. Um,
'Cause I was thinking, like, that did not look like the anime dude, like at
no,
all.
because yeah, because Luffy, okay, Mexican, my fucking dickhead. Luffy's meant to be Brazilian. Sorry, I knew I was wrong when I said it. And I'm like, this isn't right.
Mexican, huh?
I know, I knew I was wrong. Honestly, knew I was wrong when I said it. I was like, I gotta remember what it was.
He doesn't look Brazilian in the anime though.
No, that's exactly it.
He just looks like us. Like he just looks
So
normal. Like
Luffy's
he
Brazilian.
looks like a like what?
Zoro's Japan. Nami is from Norway. Usopp is from South Africa. Sanji is from France. Chopper is Canadian. Robin is Russian. Frankie is American. There's just so many like
Why are they all from all different parts? Like
yeah,
what the
like
fuck?
every character is like Brooke is from
There's
Austria.
not one from the same fucking nationality as
No,
someone
like
else.
every character is from a different nationality.
That's fucking weird though. Like
Like that's what kind of
that's
cool
weird.
that all these different characters are from different like. Who else do we have? This character's from England, Falkland Islands. I know there's another one from Falkland Islands. Scotland, England, France, China, USA, Turkey, Italy, Ireland, Jamaica, Egypt, Spain, Japan, Portugal,
Japan,
USA,
Japan, Japan, Japan.
USA, and specifically this person's
Japan.
Florida, Italian, Romania or France, Brazil, Japan, Spain. It's like they really try and be very diverse with their character casting. Like, yeah.
I don't want to watch it because then I'll buy One Piece fucking figures because they'll be like, oh, that's cool.
Because they're the ones that make the Dragon Ball make the One Piece ones as well. And they're pretty good figures, honestly.
They do every anime really. Like
Yeah, I've almost been tempted, but I want to get some of the decent ones, like the right ones. But I still need to finish off my bloody.
some of the Luffy ones look fucking good though.
I need to finish off my Clear Eyes set. I really need to finish it. I haven't touched it anymore since a while.
You know, then they're never ending. They only just started that line
I
like
know that's it. So
2021.
there's a few more I need to grab.
So you got a few more years of that left.
Get a few of the main
You
sets.
know how you said like that one piece was like 60 odd bucks?
Yeah,
Go to Sanity and they're 85. Some are like $50, $55.
might be the newer seasons.
Collection one was 85.
How many discs is in that?
I don't know, but there's 53 episodes.
Might be the bigger collection. Because some collections too are bigger. Like some will consist of like 6 discs, but then this collection's only 3 discs or 2 discs. It's like, oh,
Mm.
like
Whoa.
why split it up? Why split it up into volumes? Like your collections of volumes.
Well, they're not even half. It's not even out yet.
Mm.
Collection 59 and 60 are only on pre-order.
Because how Netflix has them uploaded is the seasons are different to how they're released in the DVD format, but they've got them listed as actual. So like on Netflix, season one, which is like a generate, like kind of like how Pokemon's got things in chapters, like they have like the Indigo
Uh,
League, the Johto League, things like that. You know, then they're like, but
Completely fucks things up if you like.
like it's all even. But if you buy their collection, their collections are fucked. But if you buy them in individual
The
seasons,
collections are in order.
they're in. Oh, it's but
At
you know
least
how you got
Dragon
the
Ball is.
well, so with Pokemon, if you've seen those other collectors ones, those collections where it has like the Indigo League, the Johto League, and like they have them in the pack, they're the retarded ones. But yeah, the
I know I've
individual.
got.
But if you get the individual ones, which I think you got the individual,
Yeah.
or
No,
did you
I've
get
got
you got the big pack. I can't remember. I remember you
I've got
showed me
big pack.
before. Yeah, so those ones when you start buying that, you have to stick to buying the series in that format.
Gold and
So
silver.
you have to buy
Because
them,
this
but
comes with Johto Journeys,
yeah,
Johto League Champions, and Master
yeah.
Quest,
So to get that, you have to buy the rest of that series in that format.
which you can't now because it's
Yeah.
only a limited
So
thing. Like
yeah, and you can't. And then if you try and buy the other seasons, this is what the issue was. If you
I
bought
have
the
to do them now
individual,
individual things.
well, the problem is with if you bought them individual with how the other seasons episodes rolled over into different sets. So I fell for that. And I
Oh
actually had to
yeah.
take it back. I've talked about this before, where I bought a collection because I'm like, oh, I already had this, but I'll buy this to try and think. But the episodes rolled over wrongly, and I missed out on 5 episodes because where it ended and where it took off didn't match up because it's part of that set. It's like that's so dumb. And Netflix is kind of all reorganized because One Piece does it differently. One Piece is kind of like that. If you go collection one and then collection two, they're done in different. They're not the seasons done the same way. So if you'd have to buy One Piece in that collection. I mean that's what they have now, thankfully. But you'd have to
You have
buy
in
in
the
that
collection. You got
collection.
episode 1 to 53,
Yeah,
then
yeah. So it's good that
54
it's like
to
that.
blah blah.
So if you old collection of One Piece, you'd be fucked because it was all
It'd be like
broken.
this.
Yeah, but like how Netflix has it listed up basically, so it's which is hilarious because it's all over the place. Um, but it's a streaming service, so it
So
works.
I'll just buy them instead of
But
doing Netflix
but
thing.
season one, watching it like when you look at the seasons, because you know you can look through different seasons. They have the name, but like season one's like 60 episodes, but then season two is like 13. Season three is five, I think it was 5 or 6 episodes. Then season four is like 20 episodes because it's got the actual regions they're based on the quests. Like it's actually following it appropriately. But it's just
Actually,
kind
now
of
you say that, collection 54 has episode 655 to 667. There's
yeah,
12 episodes on
that's
that
it.
one.
That's one season. That's one of the seasons. So yeah, if you were like, if you had the old collections and tried to, and you were like, oh, I'm not gonna buy them, like, oh, I'm gonna start buying them again, you'd be fucked because you'd have to, unless you could find the right point where you're up
Yeah,
to.
collection 12, 541 to 586.
Yeah, yeah, it's all wild. Like it's crazy how the episodes are all, and the value doesn't make sense because you go like, oh, here's collection one that has 50 episodes for $60 or $80, and then you go to the next one, it's like, oh, here's 5 episodes, but it's still worth $60. It's like what?
That's exactly what that is.
It's like it's 6 episodes, but $60. I'm like, but this is this is 20
That's
episodes and
$10
60.
an episode.
Yeah, like it's fucked. The ratio doesn't add up. They,
Like, it is better to do it collection wise, but it's like you're swapping discs on the regular, then not regular, then regular, then not regular.
it's like just let me just buy a box set. Like fuck it.
You can't because they don't
No,
make they won't make all the fucking money they do doing this way.
I know, and that's the one thing I hate about anime.
Look at this.
They make it
Collection
soft.
39 is $25, but yet there's 21 episodes.
Yeah, but then you go earlier in the thing where there was a season collection that had 20, and it's like $60. Makes up no sense. It's like your ratio doesn't add up with what you're offering. I feel like the price should be
I
based
think
upon
they
how
have
many
got a
episodes.
box set somewhere though,
Yeah,
surely.
like if you've got 50 episodes in your disc, I can understand selling it for like $80. But then if you've got a season that's like 5 episodes long, fucking that should only be like $20. Like, don't fucking sell that for fucking 60 still. Like, ratio it based upon what content you're getting. That's why I'm happy it's on Netflix. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to be paying for this.
Is it the uncut one?
I think it is.
Because that's uncut. The
I think
collections.
it was. I don't
One
think it was.
One Piece Voyage collection one.
Can I access Netflix on my phone? Am I still logged into
You
the
got
account?
you got it on there, right?
I was. Just if I'm still logged in.
As the Pirate King Gold Roger.
Yeah, I'm logged out on Netflix.
Roger.
I have it on my computer somewhere. I can watch it on there most probably. I think it's not gonna log me unless it's the.
Because if Netflix has the uncut, then that's pretty good.
Yeah, there's some weird shit they done because I was watching a comparison video to
What would be
like.
uncut about that though? It doesn't seem.
There's some a lot of dumb shit because there's some stuff that's religious based and all these different edits they did. Because there's
Of
what's his
course
name?
there is.
There's another pirate guy and he has this big sword, and his sword's basically a cross. It's a long cross.
That's
So
cool, actually.
in the censored version, they shrunk down the cross so it's like a small little sword, so it's not like a giant like crucifixion cross that he wears on his back, and they brought in his hilts, and it looks like a normal sword now. And then when he has his little dagger, he pulls out a little dagger to fight Zoro with, and it actually again it's like a miniature version of his sword, so it's like a little cross, and they took the little ends off it, so it just made it was a straight little dagger. Some stupid shit like that because it's censored. Um,
Yeah, I guess.
in one of the
Jeez, that's from a big
censorships,
fucking sword to a dagger.
yeah, well he does have a dagger because he likes to mock people because he's like a really good pirate. Um, and there's another one, like another censorship was like in the very because the Toei animation or the Funimation, no, it's Funimation. In the Funimation version, like Luffy gets hit with deadly shots, hits with sucker darts, and it's fucking hilarious to watch because the original version, and then he's getting like stakes shot into his arms. So it's like stab, he's like ah, but like in the Funimation edit, it's a little sucker like a Nerf gun bullet hit him. He's like oh, it's like stuck to him, and it's just like oh, 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 these hits. It's like what the fuck? It's like it makes sense
So
because
it's
then he rips
like
them
the
out.
Dragon Ball Kai.
Yeah, it's like it's all funny. Like there is
They literally took away all the blood and stuff.
yeah, and they
All
changed it with
all
Nerf
them kind of
darts
things.
and took out the blood and there's one. Cause there is at one point where
Oh,
I think I
Dragon
don't
Ball needs
remember.
blood. Like they're literally fucking killing each other.
Well, they turned like Zoro end up being in like I do remember it. Zoro played off as being sucking on lollipops, but they weren't lollipops. They were cigarettes, and you'd be smoking a stogie like a little cigarette, and you'd be like, that's what was always hanging out of his mouth was a cigarette. But they took it out and then they just edited it and made it as a lollipop. So he was like chopping on a lollipop or a toothpick. It was fucking hilarious. There's different things they did. Got rid of blood for different stuff and just did different
How
things.
how they do it to Master Roshi and Kai? Because
Like it's
he's very
crazy.
perverted.
Yeah, I know. It's so
You
weird.
can't have that. Like
It was kind of. Oh, I think they cut out the
all the
episode.
extra work for the animators and like voice actors and shit. Like
Um,
the extra work that's put in just to make like family friendly ones.
yeah, it's just fucking weird. Some of this. Oh, Sanji had it as well. Sanji had a cigarette and they changed it to
Sanji.
a lollipop as well. I think it was.
Lollipop.
That was a character that had a gun to someone's head and they changed it to some stupid goofy toy. Like there's just like all this weird shit. Because it's for kids. That's right. It was for kids. And yeah, they had to change some stuff around. So dumb.
That One Piece live action is on Blu-ray already.
Oh, they got a Blu-ray Blu-ray.
$27.
That? Oh wow. That's US.
Nope, it's here.
Wait, what? What's that for?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. 2 discs.
Where's that? Was it up for pre-order?
It's up for no. Someone's got it.
What? It's Netflix though. They didn't.
Pirates are coming. One Piece. I
That's
didn't think there were. Oh, okay, there is a thing coming. A Blu-ray one.
oh well.
Okay.
Is it legit
It's cool
though?
how Netflix gives you physical things. Why don't you go to The Witcher? Again, I'm not interested in The Witcher anymore, so
What's this?
I don't give a shit.
Is the manga? Oh, yes, the manga. The
Manga.
manga. A manga. Yes, that's the thing though. There's a lot of people got stuff on eBay. It's like, is it legit though?
Hey, the
Oh
what?
no, some of the stuff they got that uploaded on eBay, like all these live actions. Like, is it? Is it though?
Oh, I think it's coming though. No one should have it.
No, I reckon it would make a fair bit of money. Like being that it's anime, like it's like I said, it's done good. It's a very One Piece episode as well. Very borderline One Piece.
Very One
Um,
Piece.
but yeah, no, I definitely recommend watching it. Honestly, like I'm
I
definitely gonna
found a
watch it.
bargain on eBay though.
Yeah.
I just found episode 1 to 720 for $300.
That's alright. Most probably bootleg, but hey, who gives a fuck at that rate?
Right? Hey, as long as you still fucking watch it.
So decent quality, yeah. Ends up being the fucking 4 kids, 4 kids version. That would suck. I mean, it's still fun to
If it
watch. It still works.
if
Like
it's got to
honestly,
do the lollipops and shit, like nah,
honestly,
bro.
it still works. It's not badly done. It's just like visual edits. You don't get to see people being weird as such.
But that's like Dragon Ball. It takes out the blood and shit. It's like it's not as cool. Like it's just
Yeah,
people don't bleed. Like what?
I know.
Like Luffy gets hurt by a Nerf dart.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to buy like Kai and shit. So I got the full uncut like raw version.
No, Kai is the cut one.
No, there was. Especially when
Nope,
they had all
Kai
the.
is the family friendly one.
Is it? Because it's all a
Yep.
bridge though, isn't it?
Nope. A bridge is its own thing.
No, no, I'm
A
saying like
bridge is
they.
fan made.
No, but I'm saying like Kai's all a bridge because they cut out all the filler episodes and stuff.
Yeah, but it's also like PG.
I thought it was because mine was.
Nope. Kai took out all the blood and shit.
Because that's what I thought that was the big thing about it was that it had all the.
Nope. The originals have like the Blu-ray like of normal Dragon Ball Z have all it's the uncut.
Um. Yeah, that's
Like I
weird.
said, Kai is good if you just want to race through it at the bare bones, but like you get
I
none
don't
of
even
the
remember
impact.
doing that. What the fuck? Yeah, that's weird. Because I thought they ended up having that was the whole point of it was that they. Yeah,
No,
they had
they
super
just made it
clips
shorter.
from
That's all that was, and they took off
from.
all the parts. What
That's so weird. That was on Nicktoons.
Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on Remember at Cheese TV and that
Yeah, TCV is good.
Cheese TV. Like at like 6 a.m. and that going to fucking school.
Mm.
It's getting an episode of Dragon Ball, Digimon, that Men in Black anime, whatever the fuck it was. Did you ever see that?
The one?
The fucking Men in Black cartoon,
Yeah, I fucking love that.
right?
So many good cartoons that they don't have anymore. It's like bring them
And they
back.
didn't they have like Will Smith and that doing the voices?
I can't remember because there was Men in Black, Ghostbusters, fucking
Did
all
you
kinds
say
of shows.
it was in the PlayStation State of Play? Ghostbusters VR.
Yep.
That looks fucking good.
Like I said, I haven't seen it all,
It's
so
co-op.
have a look.
That's 4 players, I think. Like it looks fucking good.
That's good. Ghostbusters getting a bit of
You,
its light.
you can literally chuck out traps under them while you're zapping them and shit. Like
Yeah. I mean, that was like that other game. That other game was pretty good because it was first person, and that was
yeah,
fun.
but this one
But now you actually in a
better.
VR position.
VR, like you can
Honestly, that
literally like beam them and then chuck out the fucking box to
surprisingly,
catch
it's
them
got
at the
years
same
people
time.
play it. But like, this is actually a very underrated game. Honestly, they're still making the studio is still keeping it supported and still dropping content.
You reckon though? I've
No,
heard
no,
nothing about
no,
it
they are.
since.
They still are supporting this game, 100%.
Oh,
Like that's the crazy part. Like they're still supporting it. Like they've still been dropping content and yeah, like the few people that stream it still play it and yeah, they have different events going on. Like they haven't given up on it, which is great. Like for a game that was very underrated. Honestly,
which is
it's
freaking good.
like yeah, it's good to see that they're actually still supporting, not just being
And
like, oh,
how
it's
how much have you played of it?
5 hours, 6 hours of it. Not
Oh,
much.
I
Not
think it'd be a lot
much.
more than that now.
No, I that's what I do feel bad. Like I've had it there so I can try and get back into it, and play it. But yeah, it's kind of a bit weird because it's kind of like a live service game as well. So it's a bit a bit strange.
A bit
Uh,
strange.
yeah, but yeah, so
It is live service, right? And yet no one's really.
like that's why they got to keep it
Actually,
interactive.
no one playing it though.
Yeah, it's a bit sad because it is a good game. That's why I think I don't really play it because it'd be nice to play with people, but
Let's try
definitely a good
get
co-op game.
get a PS5, get some VR, and do some other good one.
Mm.
Because in VR, people are gonna smash that.
Yeah,
Like, goddamn. I think there's an actual storyline as well. I can't
yeah, it's
remember.
got kind of a story to it. Like it does fit in after, like this game does kind of fit in after that movie because like it talks about them breed.
But then they're gonna make the next movie after the game.
Yeah, which is weird. So
Why
because
tie it in?
it's either tied in or it's its own spin-off thing. Because they talk about like the whole repurchase of the fire station and shit and bringing it back and resetting up and yeah,
Yeah, but
it's in a
what?
it's a weird. Well, it's kind of weird because it's not really old. They're young. I know it's fucking weird as how it's done.
It's weird
That was
as.
good. It was a good game.
It's weird
Wouldn't
as,
mind
bro.
playing a bit. We'll play more of it. But yeah, no, fucking. Oh, what else?
Also, I found out something before a
Yeah.
few days ago. You know the game Only Up?
Oh yeah.
I took that from Steam. Like the person who made it took it away.
Wait, what?
He removed it. Now there's a multiplayer one coming.
What? Game got
Only Up
taken.
multiplayer. That's weird.
Got taken down.
Yeah, he took it off.
What the hell?
People who owned it can still play it, but like you
The
can't buy it no more.
hell? I was gonna buy it.
No, it's shit.
I was gonna buy it. I literally was gonna buy it. It was like $7 or something
Hence
like that.
why he took it away. Like no,
I was gonna. I was
just
literally still
causing too
gonna.
much fucking grief.
Literally going to buy it, and yeah,
You can get another one. There's another Only Up.
there's a lot of different ones that
Weird.
are like it. But yeah, no, it's crazy. I was gonna actually buy it.
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't think that was the first one. I think that was a copy of someone else's.
Maybe there's a lot of controversy
Because
behind it.
stuff in July that came out and stuff before that, and stuff,
Yep.
I don't fucking know.
Oh, it's the
Also,
whole vibe of, you know.
you gotta have a word on the Unity debacle.
Oh, the fucking what was that
They're
again?
charging developers for
Yeah.
every install of a Unity game.
Yeah, like every sale was it install or sale? Yeah, yeah,
No,
every
every
sale.
if someone installs a Unity game, they have
Yeah,
to pay.
yeah. So it's like it's all these indie developers. So anyone that's like an indie. So if I was to make a game and I was like, oh yeah, because like the
And if people install it, you have to pay.
yeah, it's like a because they're what they have for their publishing costs or whatever it was is a weird thing fee.
Fucked
And I don't know
up.
if they're gonna. I don't know if they. Well, it depends if they're scrapping the base fee because you had some games you could make a game, but to get it published, you had to post X amount of fees, and it wasn't cheap to get games out
So they're
there.
gonna cut that and
So
just if people install it, you pay then.
yeah, so it depends on how much they're gonna be like. Well, this person's installed it. We take if you make a game like I see it kind of a point if you make a game, you upload the game for say $20, and every sale they make they take 5 or 10%. That's then you go okay. Well, this game's not gonna be 20. I'll lower it to $1. It depends on how you price it, but they always take 10%. Like I know it's gonna be more than that because using the engine, like it must be like 30% or 40% most. You know what I mean? But if it's just
You
that,
fucking never know though, do
if there's no
you?
fee and people are making purchases and then they're taking a fee for every purchase, I kind of understand a little bit, which may be more viable, especially if you want to be like getting it there like, oh, I'll make a $5 game, let's just put it up there, it sells, they only take like $2. Hey, so be it, but you're getting yourself out there. Like I'd rather do that while playing with Unity Engine, make a whole bunch of games, put them out cheap for $5, still making money while they're making money off you as well, and then be like, hey, guess what? I'm now using Unreal, and you make a big game and you sell it for like $70 on Unreal, and you're like, ha, because the engines work very similar with what you do mechanically, like how you key things up. So it'd be kind of
I
funny.
don't know why people are using Unity anymore. Like Unreal Engine
Mm,
5 is like peak.
mm. Depends on what you're doing.
Doesn't Ubisoft use Unity Engine?
That's a weird. I don't know what it was. Someone did something.
Don't like a fair few devs actually use Unity.
Yeah, and it's a good
They're not
introduction.
no more.
It was one of the good easy introduction bundle price as well because I mean Unreal has its clauses as well using their engine to publish games and selling and
Yeah,
I
it
mean
doesn't have to sell a certain amount.
depending on the tier you're signed up for,
Mm.
different things have different tiers. So if you're a big business, there's one example you get treated upon. If it's like if you're an indie developer, you can get treated upon this. So you can have it where it's like you not affected until you've made 1,000 sales, or it's like, and then you start paying a fee. Different things where it's like if because like if you sell 1,000 copies, then you got to pay 30% or 40% on those sales. But if you don't make that much, then you don't have to pay. So there's always different things where you can pay up front, where it's like, oh, I'm gonna have the membership up front. Here's $600, and then you take 5%. Like there's all these different tiered stuff you can sign up for. So it
Right.
depends on what you want to go with because of how you're based if you're a business or if you're just an indie developer. Because studios have to pay an upfront fee, I think it was. So if you're someone like fucking Bethesda and like, oh, we're using Unreal Engine
Mm.
for this game, you're gonna pay 1,000 something, $2,000 up front to use the engine, to
They
register it, and
should use
then
Unreal Engine.
like you know what I mean. So that's like here we use this. It's $5,000 or $10,000 upfront fee. Then sell a copy, and then every sale we sell of a game, you take another 10%, and then for X amount, and then yeah, there's all this kind of shit. So
I reckon that dev time on Starfield would have been out a lot earlier if they
yeah,
weren't using the creation engine.
yeah, oh yeah, like it's just so awkward.
It's a 25-year-old fucking engine, or even
Yeah,
longer.
yeah, like
I mean,
it's
they've upgraded it,
it's
but there's
polished.
only so much you can upgrade.
Yeah, it's very polished, but
Like, because like Starfield still feels like last like Fallout
it just looks like a
4,
pretty Fallout. It literally just looks
Skyrim.
like a pretty Fallout.
Like, especially it's more the characters.
Yeah, everything's very.
They just walk around and go,
Oh yeah.
oh,
So the only character I'm impressed about that has the great facial features is the bloody adoring fiend. It's like the only character they put all the
yeah,
emotional
that's
effects.
what I thought.
Because like you look at everyone else, like,
And
hey,
Barrett,
how are
maybe.
you? I hear, and it's like, oh my lord, I am too. Like he's got every muscle moves in his face. He's like,
Yeah, but it's still pretty dead inside.
yeah. But like he has more facial expressions and movements than any other character. I feel like they put all the effort
I don't
into
think
him.
they mocap faces. Like, it's just they just move them.
Yeah, but like he's
He's
just
like,
got so much going on for himself. Because like you see all these different expressions when he's talking. If he's happy, sad. Like you talk to
I
Sarah and
shot
everyone
him.
else, like yeah,
I showed him, and he's like, oh, I know you didn't mean to hit me. Was there something behind me? And I shot him again, and he's like, oh, your weapon must be faulty.
yeah. I did that. I killed him because I was like I flew him off to a random planet, and I shot him. I like let's go for a flight because he joined my crew. And I'm like let's go for a fly. Went off to like Mars
What'd you kill
somewhere.
him for?
Went off to Mars. I'm like sorry, I'm gonna have to leave you here. He goes, oh, I got the clip of it. I'll show you after. And then I was like
Why'd you
put up my
kill him,
guns and
though?
then shot him and then just let him die. And Sarah was like. I'll show you the clip. It's fucking hilarious. And Sarah got mad at me.
Because
She's
I
like,
shot him, and Sarah went to kill him because she's like, ah, and no, oh fuck.
no, she was all upset that I killed him.
She wanted to kill him on mine.
Yeah, no, she was upset. It came up, Sarah hates you now. It's like,
Oh, mine can't say that anymore.
she dead.
She's dead now. She's back.
Did you get it back or
Kind of. It's another universe, Sarah, but still there.
another universe, Sarah?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Story's weird.
It's got multiverse shit going on.
Yeah, way better than what Marvel fucking did it. I'll tell you that.
That's crazy. You've got a different universe, Sarah. So Sarah doesn't really die.
I'm like, I just seen someone. I'm like, she took a helmet, made it visible. I'm like, it's fucking Sarah.
Oh god,
I'm like,
that's crazy.
she's like, it's me, but it's not. I'm from another universe. And I was like,
Fuck, all these different. As I said, there's like all this weird shit going on with this game. Like that is kind of impressive that they got all this really like in-depth like plot twists going on. Like everything has like a plot twist almost to it. Like everything has an outcome and effect.
like what
and
you
plot-
said. If I didn't go save her, she's gonna die.
Yeah. So
Or
depending
if
on
I don't save her, she dies. Like it's like,
oh, no, she can survive. It was fucking stupid. So if you stayed at the lodge, so if you had her if you stayed at the lodge, and you had very low
That's what I
reputation
did.
with her, she'll stay with
Oh.
you at the lodge. She will stay with you at the lodge because she's low reputation, and one of the other
Yeah.
guys would run off, and get killed at the vault at the airlock. But then if you're at the lodge and she's high reputation, she goes to the airlock. But then if you're at the airlock and she has high reputation, well, she'll be there and you save her from the airlock. But then if she
Yeah.
didn't, but then if she didn't, if you're at the airlock, but she had low representation, like relations representation. if she has,
Replication.
if you're at the airlock and she has a low relationship, she would die at the lodge. It's like, what the fuck? Like, there's all these different variable outcomes. It's like, fuck me. Like, they really, like, I can understand why things can take a while because all these variables. Like, there's a lot of variables,
There's a yeah, there's a lot
a lot of
that I had
things.
no idea about. I was like, do I go to the idol or not? So I just stayed at the lodge and protected it. I didn't know she was gonna die.
Yeah, and you can rush. You can run. You got like literally what I was reading in the mission is like you literally got to dip straight away and run for the lodge so you can hit that impact of that fight that happens. I was like, wow, that's
Otherwise, she
crazy.
gets fucked up by the dude.
It
Like,
does definitely feels like some kind of Mass Effect type of shit. Like that's what Mass Effect tried to do a lot of. It's like all these
but
options and
executed more better.
yeah, they've definitely improved on that. So I know. I think if it wasn't for Mass Effect, we wouldn't have Starfield wouldn't be inspired to do a lot of
I
things
mean,
it would.
would
But
just
they would have.
in a different form, probably like
Yeah,
it is now. Like,
but no, because it definitely
because
has a
Mass
little bit
Effect wasn't
more.
the first space game.
No,
Jesus.
no. But like it definitely helped influence the touch of like
Hmm.
doing multiple choices and the look and feel and like you got
'Cause
examples where
that
okay,
that's been a thing since the '80s, though. Like multiple choices and that.
yeah exactly. But it's how you execute them is what it comes
Yeah,
down to. Is like how you do it, how you add the story in front of it for that to play out. So it's pretty cool like what they did. Like it's I'm definitely impressed in that side of a little bit. Um, but yeah, it doesn't really change the matter of it because like I said, other games done it. Like it's been in games since the 80s. Like multiple choice isn't new. I just like how they have approached the situation, tried
I
doing it.
remember what was the game Cyberpunk. You have all these choices, but none of them fucking mattered.
Yeah,
The ending was already pre-fucking determined, no matter
yeah.
what you
Mass
picked.
Effect, yeah. The three choices
No,
at the end.
Cyberpunk.
Well, there's that, but that Mass Effect was the same too with the three choices at the end.
Oh yeah.
But Cyberpunk, which made no sense, it's like, oh, I'm just gonna kill myself. It's like what? It's like why is one of the options suicide? It's like, bro, you spent the whole game doing this, and now you're just be like, nah, fuck it. Like what?
I don't know.
It should have just you got to choose. It should have just led me into that option of like not let me choose the five different or 4 or 5 outcomes. Shouldn't be allowed to choose it. It should be forced upon me for what I've done.
To be fair, it's not. Don't give me an option. Then just, hey, you can redo the same mission with a different outcome
Yeah, because it just saves
three
all that
fucking times. Or so whatever it is, 4 endings I think there was,
4 plus the fifth secret one.
or the fourth, the secret one.
It was
I
5.
think there was three ones you can pick, and
It
then
was
you had to do a
5.
certain thing for the fifth one. Then
It was 5. Yeah,
you had to do that thing in the share up on the roof
because
for the secret
it
one.
was kill yourself, was it
Leave
something
Johnny in, take
save
Johnny out,
yeah.
and
So take
secret one.
Johnny in, take Johnny out, leave Cyber City, and then the fifth one, which was what if you saved old mate? Then you had that other ending, which I think was meant to be the true ending.
We'll find out with Phantom Liberty.
Well, that game's basically Cyberpunk 2,
Yeah, they
but
upgraded everything for that. Like the
it's
whole
all new.
base game gets upgraded with it
But
as well.
apparently, as well, there's apparently a Cyberpunk 2 game coming as well.
Well, that
I was
should
like,
be like,
fuck.
goddamn.
Hmm.
They weren't
It's
just
got
making this for a one off.
no, but there was all this talk of like all these DLCs that they're going to be bringing out and all this stuff they're doing, and now it's just like here's Phantom Liberty, which is like the only DLC that they've really decided to drop. Scrapped it for last gen because it was going to be online, and then they're like, "Nah, we're not doing last gen. It's only for next gen only or
That's what
current gen."
Cyberpunk should have been.
I know,
Fuck last
realistically, but like,
gen.
it's like why you promised this
Like
and now
we're
you're going to
finally
scrap it?
getting Cyberpunk now.
Like
Really,
that was one of the things that I like, leaded me into it.
3 years later, we're getting it.
I'm positive I feel ripped off because I'm positive the thing fucking came with a season pass. I'm sure of it. Didn't it come with a season pass in our collection? Like,
Maybe.
what's the point of that now? It's like imagine buying a game, getting a collector's edition with a season pass. Like, yep, got it all. Gonna buy for the season pass. They get DLC, and they're like, sorry, we're not going to announce the release of DLC for. It's like, what's the point of the season pass?
I'm
Like,
pretty sure they scrapped that anyway. So
but like, yeah, it's just dumb. Like, I can't remember if they did that or not, but it's just annoying if they do shit like that. Like, I was just like a bit like, what? But it does look well improved though, 100%. Like, fuck yeah.
it looks way fucking better now. Like I might actually play it on PS5 again, other than the PS4 version.
Yeah. I got a
Like because
PC.
they've overhauled the whole game. They're just waiting for the update. Waiting to release the DLC. They're changing the whole fucking. They're changing like skills and everything. It's gonna be a whole new game, really, which I'm keen for. Because I'm not playing the whole base game again. I'll play it differently. Already
That's
ran
it.
through the game twice. Also, Mortal Kombat 1 early access is out, by the way. You get the deluxe edition or something, you get the game early. Which Mortal Kombat 1 does look fucking good.
Yeah, I've seen a few people play it, but I'm like, eh. Eh.
Um, Also, there's something coming out February 14th, which I'm keen for. It was
Right.
at the Nintendo Direct, the same day as the State of Play, the
Oh,
same
that was
time
Nintendo
nearly.
Direct. Oh my god, that's hilarious. I would have recorded that.
Yeah, it was way before though.
Yep.
It was like midnight for us.
Okay.
But coming February 14th to
I should
like every
record
console
it.
and PC and the Switch, Tomb Raider 1 to 3 remastered.
Yeah, I did see that was happening. I didn't know where it was coming to. I didn't know. Is it just Switch? Is it?
Oh,
Everything.
that's everything.
Everything. It was just shown off at the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep. Yeah, because I
because
did
then
see.
PlayStation released a trailer and shit, so
It's good, which would be good to play because like
they're old.
wait, remember I bought them on Steam and they're so janky and you use mods to try and fucking play it and it's like fucked.
But we can get a proper version
Yeah,
remastered where it's not all fucking pixely.
and janky and fucked. So let's see how that
Still
goes.
probably going to be that, but it'll look nicer and play better.
So, was it the three games? One, two, and three.
Yeah,
Yeah,
1, 2, and 3.
definitely keen to get that. Definitely keen to get that.
And you can go back to the old graphics too if you want to do that.
Oh, that's cool. You can switch
You
between.
can switch between the remastered and
That'd be cool. Oh, I wonder if that's why they hyped up Lara in Call of Duty, because it seems a bit odd that they dropped her where she
I
looks.
reckon.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see. I'm not a
Oh,
big.
why didn't they release that trailer at the same time? It would have made
I
more
know,
sense.
because it seemed odd that they were like, "Here's Lara for COD," and she has the most weirdest British accent. She's like, I mean, she is like royal, like well, not royal. She's richy, but she acts like she's super royal because she's
She's
all like,
wealthy.
she's yeah. Well, that's it. She's got the wealthy, like real wealthy tone, but like it feels like a royal wealthy tone because like I do say I could have done this before high tea, like kind of shit going on. It's just like what the fuck.
That's not Lara.
I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Like I feel like she's like super royal,
Well,
fucking
every time I think of
upper
Lara Croft
class.
now, it's Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, like it's just so very upper class. Fucking her voice. It's like, oh, I wouldn't be going around doing that. It's like telling everyone off kind of thing. Feels like, be careful, you might hurt someone's eye. Like kind of
Did
stupid
she
shit.
put on a British accent for
It's
the
so
movies?
weird. No, I don't think she did. Or is maybe she did. More
I don't know.
Australian.
I can't remember. I can't.
Slightly
I
posh.
watched those like a decade or so
I think she
ago.
had a slightly posh tone to her voice.
Mm. But it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
She wasn't the queen or anything. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's really weird. But was it? There's rumors for next season's COD as well. You haven't really been playing, have you? You haven't played much COD. You gotta play some COD, bro. You missed out on this
Can't
season.
be fucking bothered.
They're bringing some stuff over apparently for next season because it's gonna be around Halloween. There's rumored spawns coming to Call of Duty. Um,
Is the next season next month already?
yeah, it ends in 10 days.
I haven't played for like a.
You played last season, season 4.
Oh, I played the start of this season.
Start
I
of the
haven't
season.
touched it since.
Yeah, no, I bought the battle pass this season. Bought Black Cell. Nearly completed it.
I probably I
Um,
didn't install it.
and then yeah, so was it apparently spawns possibly coming next season for the pass because of the
That's
Halloween
cool.
stuff. And there's talks of bringing from Diablo 4 Lilith and someone else to Call of Duty as well.
Lilith, really.
The was it the fucking Dragon Queen?
People who don't even use guns are coming to fucking Call of Duty now. They're coming like Fortnite.
Yeah, I mean it works for them because it's fucking their Active Blizzard fucking IP characters.
Yeah, but Lilith using a gun.
I know. They'll actually make some. Well, the sets they'll come through is like they'll have like a fucking bundle where it's like here's this character and here's a gun that's designed for her and shit. And yeah,
Pick characters that fucking use guns.
I know. That was
That's why I hate Fortnite's one. They're putting in just random fucking characters.
yeah, boxing characters and
Like
shit.
Batman doesn't use a gun. He uses a grapple. That's different.
Yeah,
Like a
very
Batman
weird.
walking around shooting people.
Picks
Fuck
up a
me.
pistol and a shotgun and. So yeah,
Fuck a lot of their stuff. You don't have Spider-Man using a fucking AK or a rocket launcher or nothing, do you? Jesus
and that
Christ.
season will then lead into Modern Warfare 3 in November. So
I'm keen for
Or
that,
the new
actually. I'm
season.
keen for the campaign finish it
Finish
off. The
season.
trilogy, boy.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm definitely keen for that.
Have you played 2 yet?
Yeah, I finished 2.
Oh yeah, you did 2, didn't you?
Yeah,
You
that's
did it
what
as I was doing COD, I think.
I did that
I
around
was
that same
doing.
week that they announced 3.
Uh,
It was funny because I was like, I just finished it, and then they announced the third one. I was like, what the fuck? It tripped me the fuck
it
out.
was so good though.
It was. I gotta
It
go
was
through a
so good.
couple clips of
I hope
it.
they don't bring back the fucking stealthy fucking that like that alone mission to that.
They
That's
might.
stressful.
I know multiplayer was gonna have night vision, and there was a bit
No,
more
no, I
night
don't mean
vision.
night vision. I mean like the fact that you had to like craft stuff and shit.
That was kind of cool though. I did like the idea.
Yeah, but not for COD.
Mm.
It kind of slowed it down. It was like it just took out all the action.
And then what we got like the original maps coming, like 16 something original
Mm.
maps, zombies as well. Like there's so much shit that Modern Warfare 3 is gonna have.
I haven't played zombies since Infinite Warfare. I
Bloody
think
open world zombies. Like I'm fucking keen for that.
that'd be interesting.
Like that'd be
Open
cool.
world zombies. That might be something I would play
It's
zombie
literally
wise.
like battle royale but with zombies kind of thing. It's DMZ, I think it was.
Oh fuck
DMZ
me.
zombies. So you got to go through survive against other groups. Like it's not like it's not like wave based. It's DMZ
So
combat.
it's like DMZ, but there's no NPCs like human. They're just
Yeah,
zombies.
they're zombies. So there'll be other squads that drop in. You can team up with them, and that's just yeah. So
I still
it's
remember Concrete just recruiting everyone.
just going around recruiting everyone.
He like took out this squad and like he just recruited to his team. Like, here you go, I'll
I'll
revive
revive
you.
you.
I'll
Join my
revive
team.
you.
Join my team. Join my team.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I never did it though. Yeah, but I just like the Warzone.
Yeah, I'm not a big DMZ fan. It's just weird dropping in just to try and because like at least with like that concept in like Escape from Tarkov, you rely on those resources that you evac with. You know, so
Yeah,
you go
with
on Tarkov,
COD,
it's
it's
like
just
you
like
go in,
Warzone.
you collect the resources, you bring it back to base. Like you evac, you get back to base, you store them in your base, you sell them, or you use them to
Still,
craft
the one that did it better
items.
than that was Vigor. That game was
Yeah,
awesome.
and then exactly you bring them back, you recraft them into new gear, and
Well, with
use
Vigor, you
stuff.
actually built your own house. Like you built a base with all
Yeah,
the gear and shit you
but like
collected.
it's
If you
weird.
died, you lose all your shit, but don't die.
Yeah. But then COD does it where it's like you can collect stuff, sell the items, but then there's a workstation in game. So like while you're trying to
Hmm.
survive through the DMZ, here's a workstation in a fucking hot area, then try and craft some shit for new guns or attachments and it's like what? Like what? Why can't I have a hub?
What?
Like or when you do evac, you automatically sell all your shit and get XP. It's like I feel like I should have a hub where I get stuff evac with it, craft shit at the hub, then go back in with it, and then it's up to me if I want to sell the crap or not. Like out of the game.
Right?
Like they just did it so wrong. It's like I
That'd
like their
be
attempt.
too easy though.
I said I just feel like it's just like there's no beneficial to DMZ. Like what's the benefit you get from it? Let's just do this just to basically what you're getting out of is XP. You're going in to gather as much crap as you can to sell it just to make XP to level up your character. Like that's all you're literally doing. It's like if I'm gonna do that, I'll just play fucking normal multiplayer or I'll play normal battle royale. Like I don't need to go in to grab a bunch of crap to sell to try and get myself boosted XP. Like
Right?
that's not an achieving thing. Like maybe if I could go in, sneak in for crap to get mining machines and just fucking crypto mine and then mine actual tokens, like that would be cool. But no, that loses their money. Like it's like well, don't give us this shit. Like Tarkov did that because then you mined crypto in game, which then gave you money in game currency to spend on upgrading your character, like or
Right?
buying different things to like for your base or upgrading your
We
base.
still gotta get
Like
Tarkov though, because we do have a mate who
yeah,
will definitely play with
it'd
us.
be good to play because like you get more out of it. I feel in that genre, like you're still doing that, but you're getting actually something out of it. You'll actually it's used to level somewhere, not just oh I'm gonna use this. It's just gonna level up my character. My character does nothing leveling up. Oh, I'm a prestige this tier. There's nothing from it for being prestiged.
It's
There's
just Warzone
like
with
nothing.
bots.
Yeah, like you get nothing out of. Like it's fun playing Call of Duty, but there's no like you're leveling up your battle pass, but there's no other personal rewards for leveling up. Like there's nothing you get out of it for leveling up, which I would understand then why people were cheating in Call of Duty if you're getting things out of it to level up. Like that's what I understand. So it gets me mind
Yeah,
boggled that people cheat and hack in Modern Warfare and Call of Duty. It's like you literally getting nothing out of it. Like if you're trying to cheat to advance stuff, so you get you know bonus tokens or fucking to spend on items like or currency. Like that I can understand trying to cheat so you can get currency to get yourself free packs. Like that I can understand, but like you get no coins, you get nothing. Like COD should do a thing where it's like, okay, you evac with a good haul of whatever, and you get a coin out of it. So you can and like
I
I don't know,
mean,
it's
yeah,
like
but
a
a
coin or two
coin,
coins, but that adds up over time. If you're playing a lot of DMZ, you know what I
not
mean.
a
If
coin.
you could get fucking shit ton of coin out of it just from playing the game. Like they wouldn't be that hard to do really. But I don't know. It's just they'd be losing out on money.
Not a
But you'd have
coin.
but you'd have all people playing fucking DMZ. You could buy a
Not
fair
a
bit.
coin.
You do a coin, fucking one coin, but every evac you do is like one coin. Fucking play 2,400 matches, which wouldn't take time. Here's a fucking whole pack.
Yeah,
If all you play was just DMZ, which I watch people play hours and hours of DMZ, run in, do some shit, leave. Or if you find extra things, every time you leave with X amount of XP, here's a coin. So you evac with fucking, 50,000 XP, boom, here's a coin. That's a lot because you can do that, no time. So every 50,000 is a coin.
right.
So if you left, then I can understand people hacking, getting in the game, getting all the good shit, killing everyone, and then leaving with fucking a million fucking XP. It's like, oh yeah, here you go. Here's a million XP. That's like fucking how many coin? Like fuck, like you know, shit ton of coin.
That's why we need to fine tune that game style. Like, it's not there yet.
Yeah, like the game mode
It's
is
not there.
cool, but it doesn't. It's not beneficial. Like saying, oh, like I do. There are some perks to DMC where
There are
if
games that do it better.
because like one thing that they do have that does that advancements is there are guns that are locked, and you can unlock them if you buy certain skin packs, and that's how you fast way of getting like a gun. Or if you buy the battle pass, sometimes if you unlock that tier in the battle pass, that is
Yeah,
this
it's about
gun,
spending money.
you unlock it. But DMC does
But you're
offer the
paying
point
to.
if you happen to find it in DMZ, whether you find it in a chest or you kill another player and you loot there and they have that gun, then once you've evac'd with that gun, you will unlock it from your inventory. I do like that idea. That is something rewarding. But if you've unlocked all the guns, that's useless system. You know what I mean? That's a useless mechanic because you have all the guns. What's the point of me trying to find a gun to then evac with that gun to unlock it from my class? Like, you, it's not beneficial. Like maybe if there's characters or other items, like maybe if different skins. Like you went in, you found the skin, you left with it, you unlocked that skin for the gun, or a different, more unique attachments. So they look
That
more
just makes
decorative.
sense.
Add a fucking dragon silencer or something. Twisted, look kind of cool. Like it's a silencer with a twisted dragon on it. You went in DMC, you found it in a chest, you evac with it, you unlocked this
I want
unique.
the days back where everything was earned in game.
Yeah, like make things more unique. You know, who cares? Like everyone can find it. It's like okay,
And they were unique.
dragon
Sucker
silencer or
things were
fucking
all different. They weren't just the same thing reskinned.
like add
Just
add
different color.
effects or something to things. So frost shots. Then you get a silencer or a fucking round enhancer where you turn your bullet into a frost shot. And fucking you find that
Frost
thing
shot. Frost shot.
frost shot.
Ah,
Shoot some
frost
ice.
shot. That sounds weird. Frost shot.
Like find that enhancement in a chest. Leave with it. It makes you want to have it. And not anyone else to have it. Like it feels rewarding when you evac with that, because then you unlock a perk or an ability or weapon blueprint or give you something to actually feel rewarded for playing DMZ, not just
Right?
okay, you've done here's some XP, you've leveled up, you're now prestige level X amount. You know,
X amount, which could be fucking anything. Could be
like
little, could be big.
it's just annoying. Give us more different things, man.
Make it worth time. Worth time. Worth
Oh,
your
this is a
time.
long episode.
Make it worth grinding for.
Mm.
Easier said than done.
But yeah,
Games used to be fun back in the day, though. Like they used to make that you want to play it.
saying it felt rewarding because you unlock stuff, actually unlock stuff. Didn't
Like,
pay to
as a
unlock stuff.
Halo example, Halo 1 to 3 was you earned by playing to get the cool shit.
Yeah, finding the skulls, and you got rewarded armor for finding all the skulls or using different
Halo Infinite,
guns.
you could buy the cool shit instantly.
Mm.
Have to play the game.
That's the thing I liked. You found all the skulls, you end up unlocking like the Hayabusa armor in 3. You find special shit, complete X amount, then you got like the sword or the flame head or you did things and you unlock stuff, not just oh you can buy that now or you already default unlock it like in games.
Exactly.
So dumb.
But, you know,
Yeah.
Also, I got another thing from the state
What
of
thing?
play. You know Helldivers 2, how that was coming out. That got release date of February 8th, 2024. So February's gonna be packed with Tomb Raider plus Helldivers plus whatever else is gonna
Yeah,
come
there's a
out.
lot coming out. There's a lot at the end of this year of stuff coming out.
No, it's good. Like I want to play Helldivers 2. That looks fucking. They gave a
Oh,
gameplay demo. Like they showed them teaming up, and
yeah.
there was a team reload thing going on. Like damn.
Yeah.
Helldivers is. I haven't played the original. I can get it for like
Yeah.
$20.
Top, yeah.
Like I might get it, even though it's top down
Top
compared to
down
third
stick
person.
shooter. Yeah.
It looks fucking good. Like
Hmm.
I get it brand new. I'm like, what?
Hmm.
I was happy about that. But nah, I am keeping Helldivers too. It does look good. We need more shooters on the PlayStation.
That's it. We need more stuff like that. Yeah.
So, we need more Earth Defense Force games.
Hmm.
They're just stupid but fun. Like it don't make sense, but it does. Like it's just like Starship Troopers
Yeah. I know. It was inspired by it too.
on a bigger fucking scale.
You got that game? Have you got that game? Starship? Still not yet.
I got the RTS one, not the new one.
Hmm.
I ain't got the new one yet. I
We need
want
to.
to. It keeps going on sale. I'm like,
Yeah.
for like $30. I'm like, oh,
We need to try and pick it
we'll
up
do
so we can
one
try and
day.
play it.
What? Do you have it?
No, not yet.
Oh,
I do want to get it.
yeah, right. Ah, so good. It does look good. The fact you can build like bases and shit, like construct
Yeah.
walls and
On
shit, like,
PC.
ah, I am keen. I am keen.
Hmm.
I am fucking keen, boy. Anything else Dad does?
Not really. No.
No.
Not really. No.
No. Baby,
Nearly
don't
10
hurt
o'clock. We've been
me.
going for about 2 hours.
Don't hurt me. No
We
more.
haven't had a long episode for a while.
Uh, we did? No.
Last week's was shorter. But it was
No,
like
but we
only
didn't have a long one like
an
this
hour
for a
and
while.
20 or something like that. But not like this.
A couple of weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. 4 months
Something like that.
maybe. But if you got nothing else, then thank you, biddies. I gotta change the date on this episode too. I gotta set for the 16th instead of the 17th.
Yeah.
Thank you, biddies and bidettes, for joining us. Episode 37. Sorry it was delayed. We couldn't help it. And
Because
we appreciate you watching, listening, whichever it is. And as always, we'll catch you next time. We've been Dale and Jim. Bye bye. We're in the shape of an elf on his forehead.
Bloody...
Yeah, the wheel stuck up. The wheel.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention too. I ended up seeing Auntie Donna that other week.
Auntie Donna.
Yeah, the week before.
Auntie Donna.
Last minute bought tickets to it and went and saw Auntie Donna.
Very nice.
Me, Eddie, and caught up with Neb.
With the nib.
It's pretty cool. It was a pretty good event.
Pretty cool event.